Okay. Hello, everyone. Audio check. Sounds good. All right, here we are. Another RPG afternoon session. Dark Souls 2. Next, well, if things go according to plan, the next to last Dark Souls 2 stream session. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll go back to it. Probably not, which is kind of sad. But, because I really love this game. But we have so much more in front of us that we will have to be grateful for the experience, grateful for the time we spent in Drang Lake, and carry these memories with us into future Souls games and beyond. But before we get into today's details, let's go through first our opening announcements as usual to allow our other viewers the opportunity to join us for this afternoon's show. So, welcome everyone. I am your host, Lord Orfeo. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch in addition to being a YouTuber. I stream 5 days a week, and I stream a little something different throughout the week. I have 3 primary stream themes here on Twitch. The first is called the Monday Mishmash, and it's called that because it takes place on Mondays, but also because it is a mishmash of game genres. So we can play any game from any genre on Mondays. Looter shooter, puzzle game, strategy game, sports game, you name it, it's possible. With the exception of role-playing games. We save those for later on in the week. Also, should you have enough channel points saved up, you can use those to select our next Monday Mishmash game from a list. And that will be active just before our current Monday Mishmash game ends. I'll probably put it up maybe a week or two before I think we're going to finish our current Monday Mishmash game. On Wednesdays, we have a weekly Just Chatting stream called Community Chat and Gaming News. And during that stream, we go over community updates, gaming news, and game releases for the week. And it's a time for us to just sit back, chill, talk about our interest in video games, whether it be specific titles, whether it be gaming in general, whether it be game-related movies or TV shows, without there necessarily being a particular video game that we happen to be playing as a medium in between the two of us. So if you just want to hang back and just talk about games and game, come by Wednesday. Then Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, we have our RPG afternoons. So those days are dedicated to role-playing games. And so if you do like RPGs, swing by during those last 3 days of the week, and those days are for you. So, excuse me. And so with our opening announcements now out of the way, let us return to the stream of the day. So again, we are here for RPG Afternoons, and this is Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, from Software. So, what did we do yesterday, and what are our plans today? Yesterday, we started DLC3, Crown of the Ivory King, and we got about 2/3 of the way through that DLC. So, we retrieved the Eye of the Priestess, so now we can see all the invisible baddies. We slew Ava, the king's pet. Then we marched onwards to recruit the 3 Lois Knights and dropped down into the old chaos with Jans and Lucatiel, that was nice, along with a new bell-headed friend, to fight the Burnt Ivory King and his charred Lois Knights. And so we finished with that. So today, our plan... Oh boy. Our plan is to trudge through the frigid outskirts of DLC3 against the Electric Ponytas and lay low Lud and Zalin, the king's pets. Should we manage to do that, and I really hope we will be able to, then we'll be moving on to Drang Lake Castle and the gauntlet of final bosses beneath said castle. So that will be the Throne Watcher and Throne Defender, followed by Nishandra, Child of Dark, and finally, what's his name? Olgia, scholar of the first sin. So, today's stream has the potential to be very short or the potential to be very long. Just depends on how successful we are during the boss fights. One other thing that happened yesterday I think will help us going forward and is also just really cool and fun. We obtained the blessing of the crowns again. So our Beastmaster Orfeo is unhollowable, meaning so long as we continue to wear a crown and we die, we will not lose our humanity. We are also completely immune to curse. And yeah, now all the human effigies that we have can be devoted 100% to being used to enter the abyssal portals for the Pilgrim of the Dark Covenant until we get to face the Dark Lurker boss. Hopefully we'll be able to pull that off. But yes, those are our plans for the day. That's what happened yesterday, and that's what our plans are for today. And then yeah, tomorrow is just we're gonna focus on cleanup. Whatever we don't finish today, we'll roll over into tomorrow and Dark Lurker. So that's it. Let's start logging in. And Fusion is here. Hello, Fusion. How are you doing? Fusion has redeemed. Hello, I'm new to stream. Well, welcome, Fusion, to our stream for the very first time. Again. It's always good to see you here. Every time for the first time, Fusion. Fusion has also redeemed Hydrate. Very well. I have a little bottle of orange Gatorade here. Cheers, Fusion. Quite nice. I used to have to drink Gatorades more often. Sugar-free Gatorades for health reasons. And I don't have to do that anymore. Thank God. But it gave me a taste for it. I like the drink. And so like every Friday, I like treat myself with a little bottle of Gatorade. Still sugar-free. So, you can see we are now soul level 324. And we've been playing the game now for 644 hours, 7 minutes, 7 seconds. We are in Majula, and we are also in New Game Plus Plus. This is a multiplayer playthrough. If anyone wants to join me, you are more than welcome to. Just 3 things. 1, no mods. To preserve the challenge and the fun of the game, please don't bring any like weapons that can like one-shot everything in the game, or armor that makes you completely invincible to everything in the game. It is made to be a challenging and fun experience, so please no mods. Also, we've had mods in other games crash our stream, so for the sake of the stream, again, please no mods. Thing 2, if you want to join in, you must have the PlayStation version of the game. Unfortunately, Dark Souls 2 is not cross-platform. So, if you have the PlayStation 4 version of this game, if you're playing this on PS4, or if you're playing the PS4 version on your backwards-compatible PS5, we can play together. Any other version of the game, we will not be. Finally, you have to be around my soul level. That's how multiplayer works in Dark Souls 2, and my soul level is at 39,658,884. So if you're around there, then we can group up. So, yeah, that is our stuff. That is our set. If you're interested, let me know, and I'll invite you on in. And Fusion is on a 5-stream streak now. Thank you, Fusion, for the consistency. Always happy to have you here. Fusion says, currently grinding Tarkov. I heard it got an update recently. I don't know what the update is, but I heard it got one. I want to say it got one, like, about a month ago, or like within the last month. Just to wipe an update per usual. How much longer is the game going to be in early access? Alrighty. So, no clue? I've seen it played. I think it's interesting. To me, Escape from Tarkov, it seems Souls-ish. And when I say it seems Souls-ish, I mean, like, you're running around the map, you start with pretty weak gear, you have to find better gear, which is similar to Souls. You can lose that gear. Well, you can't really lose gear in Souls, but you can lose power in Souls, because you can lose souls. You encounter other AI enemies in the game. You also encounter real players in the game, similar to Souls. And you can play solo, or you can play with other people. So I think that's pretty neat. I've been tempted to pick it up myself, though I'm not sure if, like, you can even run that on Steam Deck. But I feel like if it's something I want to get into, I would kind of want to wait till the full game comes out of early access and then try to play it, as opposed to, like, just diving into early access. Because I feel like the game, even though you can't complete it now because it's in early access, if I'm right, and I could be wrong, but if I'm right, it seems like when the game is finished, you actually will be able to beat the game. You actually will be able to escape from Tarkov. And it's like, that would be my goal. My goal would not be to just run around and shoot other people. My goal would not be to just, like, get good gear in camp. My gear would be to, like, actually finish the campaign. And so, since I can't finish the campaign right now, I wouldn't really want to get into it. But it does look interesting. Fusion says, it would be way too hard for you to play. It's not meant for controller at all. It literally has way too many keybinds. You'd hate it, to be honest. Oh. There's no Escape Tarkov, no such thing as campaign. Well, I thought there was no such thing as campaign right now. I thought it's because it was an early access. But, like, once it's finished, it would get that. Okay. Let me pop in my earbuds so I can hear the game. And then we shall make our way to DLC3. I have to say, there were two things in this game I was not looking forward to doing. One is fighting Dark Lurker, which we're going to do tomorrow. And that's because I can't have any help in doing it. I have to solo it. And I have soloed it in the past in standard new game, and it was rough. And I was at the peak of my power then. And my power level really hasn't increased by all that much since then. And this is new game plus. So it's going to be extra hard. Though I have since learned, after having beaten her the first time, that there is sort of a cheap trick you can do to make the fight easier. So if need be, I could sort of maybe cheese her a little bit. We'll see. But today's fight, there is no cheese. Today's fight is just going to be sheer brutality. So hopefully we'll make it through. Alright, we are traveling to DLC3, the Expulsion Chamber. No such thing coming? It's not a single-player game? Oh. I mean, I wouldn't care if they, like, if they encouraged you to play in groups. See, that's not the kind of game that I was thinking it was then. I thought that you could be able to, like, start the game in single player, or maybe start it in multiplayer, group up with people, band together, try to, like, share your resources, and go through different environments until eventually you have the opportunity to all escape from that location. And that would be basically the end of the game. But maybe after the end of the game, maybe you'd see, like, the credits roll, maybe you might get, like, a cool little brief cutscene, and then it would basically take you back to the beginning of the game. So if you wanted to, you could, like, run through it again, but with your current gear, current loadouts. Like, that's what I thought it was like. And so it's like, well, if it's that, then I would do that. I would make a single run of it, beat the game, get back to the beginning, and then just quit. But if that's not how it goes, then, yeah, I don't think I'd be interested. I'd probably watch other people play it, though. You can play solo, but you always have other real players in each raid, no matter what. The frigid outskirts. I don't remember if there were any items around here. Wilted dusk herbs. Okay. Nothing there. Oh, there's an item. Blackweed balm. I know once the blizzard picks up, that's when you could potentially die. So, I'm trying, like, to not get killed. And there's a bloodstain right there that makes me nervous. Okay, go this way. Ooh, twin katana build. That's cool. Oh, looks like I have 3 summons. What do we got here? Abbess Fiva. I think that's a cleric. Yeah. Who else do we have? Manhunter O'Hara. A huntress, okay. And then I saw one more sign blink up over here somewhere. There it is. Ah, Vengarl. Nice. So, warrior, healer, ranged. Okay. Let me scroll back up here. Ah, Squirmy Duck is here. Hello, Squirmy Duck. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Squirmy Duck says, hello. I am here to watch you kick butt to inspire me to stream and beat the Smelter Demon later. LOL. Well, maybe we'll wind up throwing you a raid, Squirmy Duck. Let me give Squirmy Duck a shout out here. I have to say, though, Squirmy Duck, I feel like if I beat the bosses that are coming up, at least the next 2 that are coming up, it will be as a result, partially of skill, partially of luck. I beat this boss solo, no phantoms, no other players in my standard new game playthrough, but this is new game plus. And it was a real challenge. In fact, I would say it was the hardest challenge that I faced in the game, both the run-up and the boss fight. And that was in standard new game. And I'm not that much stronger in new game plus, because in Dark Souls 2 you can hit your sort of the cap, your power cap, relatively quickly. So it's just going to be extra hard. So we'll see how things go. And Jans is here. Hello, Jans. How are you doing? Jans is currently on a 7-stream streak. Thank you, Jans, for the viewer consistency. I appreciate it. How are you doing, Jans? Shall you be joining us in-game today? The student says it's about knowing, referring to Escape from Tarkov, it's about knowing, okay, this map, there's 6 players that spawn, including me solo, there's 5 other real players. So if you know X amount die, then you can know mentally there's this many real players left, etc. It's about knowing. There is no beating the game. So definitely stay away from it, LOL. You aren't the type of person to play the game. It's too hardcore. Save your cash, LOL. Okay, Fusion, I'll take your word for it. Jen says, I'd love to join you. I'm afraid you have an effigy effect, though. Oh, let's throw it off, then. I'll head back to Bonfire. Alright. And there we are. Behold, in the mystical realms of Twitch, a joyous creature known as Squirmy Duck emerges. With a quack and a roll, they dive into the treacherous waters of Dark Souls 2, where memory fades like mist. Alas, no ancient scrolls remain to retell their epic quests past. But fear not, for this happy little duck shall return, controller in wing, ready to conquer once more. Stay tuned for the next enchanting playthrough. Hashtag ChillGamerMagic. Jan's gonna be an egg in this area. Jan's cat? If Jan's wishes. You look to be an egg salad. The egg is not a prop in this area, so I can't be it. Oh, that's right. Jans can only become something that is akin to the area. That looks like something you would find in this area. So she could do that in the dragon area because there were eggs everywhere, but there's no eggs here. Alright, effigy effect cancelled. Now, do I hop in the coffin and go down there, or... I mean, I would guess that's what I have to do. Because otherwise you would spawn in here, and then you would have to change locations again. That doesn't seem like it would make sense to me. Whee! Jump in? Okay. Well, actually, I may have to go back. I forgot about that. Is there any items that I should be bringing with me? Yes. Yes, hold on. I have to go back. I'm sorry. Oh, maybe I can't. The aged feather is locked out. Ah, Jans is joining. In a different way. But this is, like, easily the hardest area, I would say, in the whole game. The run-up is the hardest boss run-up in the whole game. The boss, I would say, is the hardest boss in the game, but it should not be. It's only hard because you have to fight... Well, that's not the only reason it's hard. But it's especially hard because you have to fight basically two bosses at almost the same time. If it wasn't for that, I would say that a different boss in DLC 2 would be the hardest boss. But because there's overlap in bosses here, that makes it the hardest boss encounter in the game. So, it is like extra brutal. The hardest boss encounter in the game preceded by the hardest boss run-up in the whole game. Scouting check how many more enemies we'll have to deal with on the way. Okay. Do you have any advice for which two we bring with us, Jans? Abbess Fiva. I'm guessing that's the cleric. We could bring O'Hara, who I think is a bow huntress. Or we can bring Vengarl with us. Trusty Vengarl the warrior. Squirmy Duck says Vengarl. Vengarl is very cool. Ooh, that sword looks cool, too. It looks like he stabbed me. It's just going right through me. Oh. Trustworthy Vengarl. Definitely Fiva, but depends if you want a tank or a shooter from afar. I prefer a tank. I don't think the Tigers really discriminate. They'll just go after everybody. And I feel like a tank would have more HP and more defensive capabilities than a ranged attacker would. Okay, so the cleric and Vengarl. Gotcha. So yes, after Jan scouts around, I think I'll head back to the bonfire and get some items. So typically when I go into a boss fight, my loadout doesn't really change. I keep my whips on me, I keep my Estus, I keep my standard life gems. The only thing I'll sometimes do is I'll drop off my aged feather, which teleports you home anyway. You don't really need that in a boss fight. And I'll put on my repair powders. Because my boss killing whips, the old whips, are very, very strong, but they have very low durability. And so I have a ring on that makes them last a lot longer than they normally would, but they can still break during the course of a boss fight. And so that's why I typically put repair powders on. But this run and this boss are so hard that typically I go to get stronger healing items from my inventory. It's for this encounter and like one other encounter in the game that I do that. And that other encounter is something we'll do tomorrow. Alright. Also looks like we have an ad that's going to start in about a minute. So, thank you to those sticking around to support the show. It should last about 3 minutes. by then, I think we should be ready to go on this excursion through the frigid outskirts and try to come across and defeat the boss. There's 2 red phantoms? Oh boy. Yes, that's something else that's different between standard, new game, and new game plus and beyond. So there are additional enemies that are red phantoms that appear that you have to fight as you make your way through the environment. So Dark Souls 2, I think, is the only Souls game that does that. Or in New Game Plus, you find different items, like different rings, and you fight different enemies and more enemies. So it's a different experience than what you would find in like a Dark Souls 1 or a Demon Souls or something. The closest experience to that you would probably find is in Demon Souls. But that's not the New Game Plus system in that game. It would be the morality system in that game. Which, I like how it was changed. I mean, I like the morality system in Demon Souls. I think that's really cool. But at the same time, a lot of people, I think, didn't understand the morality system in Demon Souls, and they didn't get to really experience it or appreciate it. And so they tweaked it, and they made it a little different, and they changed it into the New Game Plus system in Dark Souls 2, and I think more people understood that if they dived into New Game Plus. Let's see. Squirmadex says, I feel like Dark Souls 3 also does upgraded rings for New Game Plus, but I might just be thinking of Dark Souls 2, lol. Oh, I don't know, I haven't played Dark Souls 3 yet. All goes according to plan. We'll be starting Dark Souls 3 Thursday of next week. But, yeah, you also face, like I said, different enemies in different areas in New Game Plus. So you'll have, like, additional mobs joining into a boss fight. You'll have Red Phantom enemies appearing where there were no Red Phantom enemies before. And I think that Red Phantom thing was probably taken from both Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1. In Dark Souls 1, you can be cursed with Red Phantom enemies in your environment by another player if they were a member of a certain covenant. But in Dark Souls 2, you just get Red Phantoms in your environment just from being in New Game Plus. There we go, Jans has returned to their world. Scormiodex says, I am so excited to see you play Dark Souls 3 for the first time. Yes, I am looking forward to it. I understand it has more of a direct connection to Dark Souls 1. As far as the characters and the environments in the game. Jen says, alright, in total there appears to be 5 new Red Phantoms. Oh boy. So the hardest boss run in the game just became harder. It's great. It's great. Okay. Let's see here. Put away the wilted dusk herbs. Put away the blackweed bombs. And what are we going to pull out? Let's pull out Elizabeth's mushrooms. Let's pull out the divine blessings. I feel like that's it. Oh, no, that's right. Well, no, because Janice is going to be with me. When I did this solo, I would eat a green blossom to help recover my stamina. And I would use that to run in between locations, in between landmarks here. But since Janice is going to be with me, that'll help us make it through the environment. Is there anything else I want to bring? I can't bring any bright bugs because you can only use those solo. I didn't know I had 73 of them. That's pretty crazy. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Okay. Let's see about equipping them. I want... Elizabeth's Mushroom here. I want Divine Blessings here. And... I think that's it for now. Right before we go through the fog gate into the boss area, I think I'll switch out the standard life gems for... I think the old Radiant life gems. Okay. Here we go. Jan says, and they're all tanky ones too. I'm bringing my A game. Squirtix says, yep, it feels like an extension of Dark Souls 1. It is really cool. I love Dark Souls 3. It might be my favorite. Interesting, interesting. Divine Blessings? Yes, Divine Blessings. So I love Jans coming in as an invader to review the area. Very clever, yes. Jans is very clever in many things in this game. And I think I have to go that way, but I don't remember. So I'm just going to let the storm die down. Okay, there we go. Alright. Let me know when you are here, Jans. Power stamps my bloodied whips. Another thing that makes this kind of difficult for me... Oh, is this Jans here? That's Jans. Is that the horses that you fight on the way there are typically very tanky. I think they have skin made of crystal, and so they resist slash damage. And my whips count as slash damage. So they actually resist the only real weapons I have, and I'm not even sure they can be poisoned. They probably can, though. Alright, summoning Jans. Maybe we'll get really lucky, and we'll beat this boss the first time. We can hope. Alright, there's Jans. We'll also need to get in there in less than 10 minutes, since the enemies on the way will reduce the timers. Oh boy. Okay. Summoning Abyss. Hello, Abyss. And let's get Vengarl. Alright. Lead the way, Jans. We should be safe on our way to the first house here. I call them houses. But then every checkpoint beyond the first house, there's a possibility of us dying. Well, not dying. Well, yeah, dying too, but getting attacked. Dried root. Meter's hat plus 10. Ooh, very nice. Very nice indeed. I don't remember if there's anything else around the house. No, okay. Heading back to Jans. I don't know where Jans is now. Oh, there's Jans. Oh! Uh-oh. Another Meter hat. Soul of a Hero. Yes, get him, Vengarl! Nice! I think Vengarl struck the killing blow there. No, I hear lightning. Oh, that's Abyss doing that. More lacerating knives. Nice. Alright. We're gonna wait here for the fight. For the pony. Oh, I think Jan's lost her way. I hear it. Ow. Okay, there's a second building. Straight ahead. Thank you, James. Oh, here comes another blizzard. Jans has been vanquished! Oh, there's a red phantom here. That's why. I was trying to go for the backstab there. Got him. Okay, that's done. We'll try to make our way to the first, well, I guess second house. And then I'll use the key. The Pharaoh's Lockstone key. If I can make it there, I can at least start up the pool. Okay, made it. Oh! Do the red phantoms respawn, Jans? Or once you kill them, they're done? Oh, I'm dead. We didn't even get to the boss the first time. That's how rough this area is. It's like facing a boss before the boss encounter. But luckily, since we have the Blessing of the Crowns, I did not hollow. That's why I wanted to get the boss fight with the Ivory King done yesterday. Because in order to engage in multiplayer, we must be unhollowed. I'm gonna guess that the red phantoms respawn. Like, they can probably be farmed into extinction, like most enemies in this game, but they probably do respawn. You were killed by horses? Gotcha. Okay. We're back. Yeah, I remember the first time I did this in standard new game. I did this run so many times that the electric horses that attack you between houses 1 and 2, I farmed into extinction. So I could make it to house 2 without getting attacked at all, and that was really nice. But then once you get to house 2 and you run to house 3, you get attacked, and then once you get to house 3, you have to run to the boss. Alright, summoning Jans. Summon Abyss. Summon Vengarl. Alright, take two. Alright, everyone's here. Waiting for the storm to die. There we go. Okay. Alright, there's house one. Wait here. The fog covers them well, it does. Be on the lookout for bags on the floor. They're just as stealthy as the blue glowing balls. The blue glowing balls? Lightning works against the horses here, even though they use lightning? That's weird. I just have to hope that I'm running in the right direction. I have no idea. I missed it. Where is it? Oh, it's right in front of me. Jans has been vanquished. Feva's here. Backstab on him. I wasn't sure if I could backstab these guys. It was so hard. Vengarl's here. I think the horse is here too, though. Oh, look, my souls. Yes, use Pharos Lockstone. Vengarl's just tanking him. Vengarl's not even taking damage. That's awesome, because he's in the pool. And the pool... Oh, the pool heals everyone. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Wait, how many phantoms are there? Oh my goodness. I think the horse might be dead. I don't see that anymore. Let me heal up here. This is the best use of Pharos Lockstone in the whole game. It's just this run. Abbas Feva has been vanquished. What was that? Oh, he must have the Simpleton Ring. Alright, we got one red phantom down. Get him, Vengarl. Got him. Oh my goodness. Got him. Small orange burr. Prisoner's waistcloth. Let's go heal up in the pool. Have ourselves a nice soak. Dragon charms. Yeah, come on in, Vengarl. I don't think he's in far enough. Can I push him in? Get in the pool. Get in the pool. Get in. Get in. There we go. I had to roll push him. There we go. Okay. Sign is now in the second house. Alright, Jans. I see it. Resummoning Jans. So we lost our healer, but we still have our warrior Vengarl here. And Jans is returning. Looks like it's a 3-man team now, yep. Alright. I would wait until, like the storm has already died down to a certain degree. So, we'd be starting at a disadvantage. I wait till just when the storm's about to end, and then I start running. And Jans got attacked. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at that damage. Both from Jans and against Jans. Alright, I guess let's go. Let's go. Help Jans. Get him, Vengarl! Oh boy. Alright, reindeer down. Soul of a Brave Warrior. Large Soul of a Brave Warrior. Twinkling Titanite. Here comes another one. I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit circle to roll away, and I hit X for some reason. Thank you, Jans. Alright, I think it's right in front of us, but I could be wrong. Okay, yeah, it is right in front of us. Looks like we have one person to fight. Another Red Phantom. Nice. Here comes another horse. It's like it's getting further away from us. Come back, Jans! Don't let it pull you away! Oh, it's actually closer to the house. We're almost there. Alright, we're in. Oh, there's a Red Phantom! Behind you, Jans! Look out! I'm stuck! I was cornered by both the enemies and Vengarl. Alright, Red Phantom down. Nice, Jans got the backstab. Oh my goodness. What is that? Oh, that's his weapon. Ooh, what is this? Soul of a Proud Knight. Large Soul of a Proud Knight. Human Effigies. Ring of Life Protection. Ring of Soul Protection. Ring of Soul Protection. Jeez. Rampart Golem Gauntlets. I think I just need the leggings. and I'll have the full 180 leggings and the helmet, but I would never want the helmet. Alright, you ready? Wait for the storm to die down, and we just run straight at the boss. Alright, here we go. Ah, Boris is here. Hello, Boris. How are you doing? Welcome on in. We are attempting the hardest boss run, leading up to the hardest boss encounter in the game. So I'm hoping it goes well for us. I made it safely to the bridge. I'm not sure how many are behind me, though. Ah! That was a surprise right there. Oh! And I missed. Ah! Get him, Vengaro! Get him! Oh no. Oh my goodness. Divine blessings. Divine blessings. Alright, no horses are on us. We're safe. This is the first time. Rampart Golem Shield. We've made it to the boss room. Okay. Let me get my boss killing whips on. These are my old whips. Power stance those. We're going to go in and we're going to replace these with the old Radiant Life Gems. And I'm going to buff myself with an Elizabeth's Mushroom. That starts the heal tick now, even though I don't need it. And get the Estus ready. Alright. Here we go. 2 tanks and a melee. Blood, the King's Pet. And I missed. I think I missed. More than any other boss encounter in the game, this one scares me. And it scares me because of the run that you have to go through just to get here is absolutely brutal. And then it's like, you also have to worry about the actual fight itself. I missed again. And now the other boss just joined in. Typically the second boss doesn't hop down until the first boss is like halfway dead. But since we have more people with us, it hopped down earlier. Look how much damage that is. One hit deals half damage to me. Or more. Oh, he's got me. I'm shocked I was able to get away with that, to roll through that. I missed again. I missed again. The only thing I've done this entire time successfully, partially successfully, is just heal and not get hit at times by rolling. I missed again. I almost got a hit in there. Almost. I got close. Okay. So I do decent damage when I am actually able to get off a hit. It's just me actually being able to get off the hit. That's the challenge. Estus is done. Buffing with another mushroom. Lud is almost dead. I'm locked onto Lud. Vengirl's got distracted. He AoEs. Going in. He got away too quickly. Oh no. Did I? I did! I forgot to put on a repair powder. Oh, that's so horrible. I forgot to equip the repair powders in place of the feather. We did it though, we did it, we did it. Old Radiant Life Gem. Oh, Lud's dead? I think Lud's dead. So I guess I'm locked onto Zala now. Oh, there's his buff. Missed again. The buff makes him stronger. Not only is he stronger, he starts to heal. He deals more damage. I believe he deals more damage. But he also heals at the same time. Because why not? I'm dead. We almost did this first try. That was my fault. I saw him looking at me. I should have just run. I should have just kept running and dodging. Waited for someone else to pull aggro, and then I could have used up a Divine Blessing that would have given me back full HP. Now we're here again. And now I have to do this over again. But at least now, I can equip the repair powder so I don't have to dive into my menu to do that, which was horrible. Okay. Go back to my normal whips. We got really, really close there, though. Before you go back and you picked up a lot of souls, might be a good idea to level up. If I can level up. I mean, how many? I need 357,000 souls to level up. And I lost all my souls in the boss arena. So, I mean, unless these consumables give me that many souls, I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it seems also when you play through New Game Plus, and it might also be this way in New Game Plus, you find, like, extra stacks of items and extra, like, rare, unique items along the way. So, I mean, I guess you get, like, an extra little reward when you play in higher difficulties, which is pretty neat. Mirror hat plus 10. Sell that one. Mirror ramp. I think we have the Rampart Golem Gauntlets. At least, I think now we do. Yeah, we do. I guess we'll keep these extra rings. Okay. Go level up at Majula. I'll come back. We'll try it again. Or if you, never mind. Appropriate for a candidate to the hardest boss in the game, I agree. I agree.
Bearer of the curse, I will always be at your side. Until hope has fully withered.
Level up. Okay. Put 1 point into attunement, 3 points into intelligence, 3 points into faith. HP goes up by 8 points. Casting speed plus 4. Fire bonus plus 2. Let's see. Magic defense, fire defense, lightning defense, and dark defense all go up by 3. And I think the kitties do use lightning, so that should help me a little bit. And the ponies use lightning on the way there, too. Curse Resist +1, which, I mean, I don't really need Curse Resist anymore because of the crown. And the attack of the Fire Melu Scimitar goes up by 1. Okay. How many souls to level up again? 363,000. If we beat the bosses, I can level up again. Okay. Back we go. I'd be surprised if your soul memory is below 40 million. You'll be there soon, feeding your dog. Alright, Jans. It also looks like we have an ad starting in about half a minute. So, looks like the ad lasts about 3 minutes. That will give me time to head back down to the frigid outskirts, get into the area where the summons are, and give Jans some time to feed their dog. Then, we'll give this another go. We were so close there, too. Hopefully this time, we'll be able to make it all the way through. I think I'll also use the time to go get myself another cup of coffee. Alright. I guess I go that way, but I'm not sure. I know some people have, like, mastered this route, and they just, like, take off straight from the coffin directly to the boss area. That's not me. Yeah, okay, that's what he was doing. He was going straight through to the boss. Head back this way. Okay. What time is it for me? It is 6:20 in the evening for me. So, I'm not really sure when we're going to stop. The goal is to beat Lud and Zalin, the bosses that we almost killed, and then to beat the gauntlet of final bosses at the end of the main campaign, and then we're done for the day. So this could be a very short stream. It could be somewhat of a long stream. It just depends how long it takes us to get everything done. Well, yes. So it looks like the ad has started. So I will get some coffee and BRB. Alright, we're back. Thank you everyone for your patience. Let's see. And Creepy is here. Hello, Creepy. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Squirmy says, oh, wait. I missed something. Okay. Squirmy says, for me, it's 10:20 in the morning on Saturday. I was just curious because you were having coffee, and I knew you were more towards the evening. Yes. You weren't seeing the ad. Maybe it was a little off. Twitch told me there was an ad playing. Maybe for some people it plays, for some people it doesn't. Maybe it depends on the time at which a person enters the stream. Could be. Or maybe just the timing of what Twitch tells me is a bit off. You've been blessed by ad luck, Duck. Yes, you have. Okay. And Creepy has redeemed. Hello, I'm new to stream. Well, welcome on in, Creepy, again. For the very first time to our stream. Always happy to have you here for the first time every time, Creepy. Creepy says, gotta work. Hello, good night. Alright, Creepy. Good night. Have a good shift. And Creepy has also redeemed Hydrate. Very well. Cheers, Creepy. You never noticed that the item menu gets frosted up? That is pretty cool, isn't it? I noticed that as well. That's a nice little touch. Jan says it's less that it's frosted up and more so that it's rare the background is so light that it lets you see the full texture of the menu UI. Oh, interesting, yes. Alright, ready, Jans? I think Jans is ready. I see a fourth signature here. Alright. Summoning Jans. Summoning Vengarl. Summoning Fiva. Okay. Here we go. House number 1. Did I pass it? Hold on. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. Okay. Oh, Jans is already fighting a pony. My little pony. Ah! Shocking. Oh, that was a power stance. There we go. Till we get back to the boss room. I'm gonna keep my... And now I'm lost. Yes. I see the second house. To the right. Second pony time. I hear it. It's almost dead, though. It's pretty good. Good going, Jans. Good going. Yeah, I got turned around. I don't know where the house is again. Alright, there it is. Okay. Maybe we can avoid getting attacked by the red... Oh, nope, he saw us. At least just make it to the... Oh, we should get to the house first! Get to the house! Run! Disengage! Because if we're staying out here in the cold, we're gonna get attacked by the horse again. We're gonna have to fight 2 red phantoms in here. But at least we won't have to fight a horse at the same time. Hopefully not anyway. We got him. More Faram gauntlets. This time we have the full party. Alright, wait at the house. Don't go anywhere till the storm dies. Get all the way to the edge here. There we go. Run! Don't stop to kill the hollow guy. Just keep going. We have a red phantom ahead. I would run past it, ignore it, go to the house. Here comes the pony. At least once we get to the house, we know that they're not gonna keep spawning. I may have passed it though. Oh my goodness, I did pass it. I passed the house and got all the way to the like the bridge, the boss bridge. The horses are gone. We pulled a person. And we pulled a horse. Vengarl has been vanquished. Okay. So this time, we lost Vengarl, but we have Fiva. So hopefully this will work out. Maybe the timings are off because you got an ad at the bottom of the screen, maybe. I don't know. Squirmy Duck, I don't know. I would... Yeah, I don't know. It might. We had 3 last time, though. We got really, really far. Granted, we had Vengarl, who's a tank, so we could take a lot of hits. Oh, I forgot about you. His armor again. Alright, let me go back into my equip here. Swap these out for the old Radiant Life Gems. Okay, I have the repair powders active. Let me switch to my boss killing whips. Power stance. Start the healing buff with Elizabeth's Mushroom. Alright. Wait for Jan to stop eating. We're good. Here we go. Oh, nope. Okay. Got souls back. he's going after the fever. He's got Abbas fever. Uh-oh. I thought he was going to do the AoE. Get him, Abbas. Oh, they're both down now. That's bad. I don't know who those spikes are going for. Oh. AoE. Ah! Gotta heal. I think those spikes are coming for me. Nope, I was wrong. Lud's about halfway down. I think that's Lud over there. Nope. Wait, I can't tell. Abbas is soloing them both. Abbas is getting it hard here. Poor Abbas. Oh! He wasn't even targeting me. He was targeting Abbas. I just got caught in the thick of it there. Abbas is gone. Ooh, he missed. I got lucky there. Uh-oh. Who are they going for? Me! It's down to Jans and I now. Ah, I missed. I thought he was going to jump away sooner. I messed up. I should have healed right there. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Use mushroom. Oh, I also need to use repair powder. Oh, he's coming for me. Oh, Lud's dead. Nice. Alright. We got a full heal going. We have one enemy left to go. Who's coming for me? Roll through. Heal up. Take no chances with these guys. I always want to be at full health. Oh, good job, Jans. Uh-oh. Oh! I thought Jans got bit there. Oh, he's buffing himself. Oh, he got me! I thought I rolled through it. I'm alive! Let's turn it back around. Oh, roll through both. Nice, very nice. And I missed. Oh! Oh no! It didn't even look like he took damage from that. Like from me hitting him. Alright, his buff wore off. That was some good damage right there. Bad kitty. Bad. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Remember, repair powders. I think it's coming after me, though. Alright. We can finish this. We can do it. Ah! We did it! And that wasn't even power stance. That was a mistake on my part. The slash wasn't. We did it! We are victorious! Thank you, Jans. Also, thank you to Fiva. Thank you to Vengarl. Your efforts will be remembered. Oh my gosh. The second one came early, it did. Jans is a tank. Jans is an incredible tank. The heal he's doing is insane. Who, Jans or the Tiger? We did it, chat. Yes, we did. Thank you for the Congo Rats, Jans. Yes. Congo Rats to you too, Jans. We pulled it off second try. Well, if you count the actual boss encounter, it was second try. If you count just getting to the boss, I think that was like try 4 or 5. But that was rough. That was rough. Like, I was navigating my controls so crazily trying to get down to, like, the repair powder and then trying to get back to Estus that I was even on the wrong whip. Look at that. My right whip was my poison whip. I think I was just trying to, like, tab the bottom button so quickly that I accidentally hit that one. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. That was so crazy. Okay. Let me get a look at my gear. Actually, I can probably keep it the way it is for the most part. I'm gonna have to adjust a little bit for the next area, but not too much. That's it. All bosses in DLC 3 are done. I really thought that would take a lot longer. It took us like an hour and a half. I thought that might take us, realistically, like 5 or 6 hours. Maybe more. On my first try here in standard new game, soloing this entire area, it took me 6 hours to run all the way through and beat the bosses for the first time. So, Jans, along with the Phantom NPCs, but definitely more so Jans, really helped to make this an easier process. Alright, let's travel back to Majula. I think we can level up again. And then, I know we got their souls again. I don't think we can do anything new with the souls. I think you can only do or use their souls to get one new item apiece. And we already have those. Which I think is appropriate, because no sane person would want to play through that part of the game a second time. Which I guess makes me a little insane. But, you know, I accept that. Yeah. Soul of Lud crafts into the Lois Greatsword, and the Soul of Zalin crafts into the Lois Shield. So I already have both of those. I'm just going to hold on to the boss souls just as a keepsake. Let's see what we can put away. Yeah. Soul of Zalin, the King's Pet. Soul of Zalin, who served the Ivory King. Each of the Ivory King's 7 beasts was conferred a specific duty. Zalin's was the mercy killing of exiles. The wondrous soul of this beast can be used to acquire numerous souls or to create something of great worth. The tiger's heel was insane. Oh no, I understand yelling. It's getting enthused. Getting excited. Yes. Yeah, the tiger is crazy. The tiger's nuts. Some people don't even see the second tiger. They don't even notice it because they're so preoccupied with fighting the first tiger. And he gets down to, if you're fighting it solo, you can get it down to about half HP before the other tiger joins in. But the more people you bring with you, the sooner the second tiger joins the fight. And so some people run in, they don't see the second tiger, they just focus on the first one. It's about halfway down. They think they got it. They're doing decent damage. They're kind of helping to dodge roll and tank their way through things. They have some experience with the fight previously because it's somewhat similar to Ava the King's Pet, which is kind of the first boss of DLC 3. And then once it drops to half HP, they see the other life bar pop up. They're like, what is this? And they look to the side, they see the other tiger drop down. And they're like, oh my goodness, this is nuts. And then should they manage to kill one of the tigers, then it's like, okay, I got this. I'm backed onto one tiger. I'm really short on resources. I'm running low on healing items. I've already used some repair powders. But I think I can do this. I think I can make it. And then the tiger buffs. And its health starts regenerating. And it gets stronger. And it's like, this is so crazy. And it can actually buff twice. I've seen it do that. It has one buff where it has like a just black smoke coming around it. And I think that makes it deal more damage and take less damage. And then it can do the red buff, which starts to heal. So it can buff like twice to make itself tankier, hit harder, and regen health. It's so crazy. And that just stretches out the fight even more. Luckily, the buffs don't last that long. I think they'll last like a minute or less. That would be you have no idea the second one was there until it jumped down and ruined your day. Yeah, it's fun, but it's crazy. It's crazy fun. Soul of Lud, the King's Pet. Same description. Let's see, what else do we have here? We'll sell that, we'll sell those, sell that. Sell those. Sell that. Anything else? Okay. Soul of a Great Hero. Plus 1.98 million souls. That is pretty crazy.
Bearer of the curse, I will always be at your side. Until hope has fully withered.
Level up. Alright. +3 to int, +3 to faith. HP +6. Cast speed +4. Fire bonus +3. Magic defense, fire defense, lightning defense, and dark defense +3. Bleed resist +1. Alright. After the final gauntlet of bosses, we might be able to get both intelligence and faith up to 50. And then we basically just start bouncing back and forth between... Actually, after that, we probably just start bumping up our attunement. $339,000 souls left? How much do I need to level up? I need like 30,000 souls to level up. That's funny. I'm pretty close already. Alright. For now, just because I'm used to it, let me put my normal stuff back on, but we're going to change this very, very soon. Okay. I'm going to head on over to Ordeal's End and sell my excess gear, and then we're going to go fight the gauntlet of final bosses beneath Drangleic Castle. So that means we have another 3 boss encounters to go. 1 boss encounter has 2 bosses. So we'll see what happens. Soul memory time? Let's see. Fusion says, what did I miss? Was on Tarkov. Yes, you missed the thrashing of the tigers. Lud and Zal, and we beat them with the help of Jans, Vengarl, and Abbess Fiva, cleric. So right now, let me sip my coffee. Right now, we're just going to go offload some excess gear to Gavlin here. And then we're going to head to Drangleic Castle and try to get through the gauntlet of final bosses. I believe Vengarl will be able to rejoin us.
Make deal with Gavlan.
And we'll see who else we choose to go in and help us. Sell. Rampart Golem Shield, 240. Faram Gauntlets, 600. Prisoner's Waistcloth, 50. Mira Hat, 450. Rampart Golem Armor, 240. And the Gauntlets, 168. Is that it? Is that everything? I think that's everything. I really don't want to sell Twinkling Titanite. Like, I have a full stack of it, but I love Twinkling Titanite. I'll just keep it.
Many deal, many thanks.
Alright. Head back to Bonfire. And let's go to Drang Lake Castle. Oh, that's true. And we're also going to look at our... We'll head to King's Gate. We'll check our soul memory once we get there. And then we'll have to try to figure out what items to pull for the final round of bosses. Okay, so our soul memory is 44.68 million. That's pretty extreme. Markysaur is here. Hello, Markysaur. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Fusion says, then finally off to Dark Souls 3. Not just yet, Fusion. We've finished half our goal for the day, which was to finish DLC3, and then we're going to knock out the Gauntlet of Final Bosses here beneath Drang Lake Castle, and then tomorrow we're going to try to take down Dark Lurker. So that may take a while. I hope not, but we'll see. That's 3 separate mini abyssal dungeons plus the boss. But yes, Thursday of next week, things are looking good. Looks like we'll start the Dark Souls 3 playthrough. And Saturday of next week will also be our celebratory stream for us having broke... Let me see, I have a card here. For us having broke... I believe it is 15... No, I'm sorry. For us having broke 20 subscribers on the Twitch channel. And so that will be a scheduled... Let me see here. I believe it's a scheduled 18-hour stream. These are my Yakuza cards. I have like a whole bunch of like different note cards on my desk to remind me of different things. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, for us having broken 20 subs on the Twitch channel, we'll be having a scheduled 18-hour stream Saturday of next week. That'll be all Dark Souls 3. So it's gonna be a fun one. Let's see. Scavlan wheel, Gavlan deal. That is true, Markysaur. Jen says, "I'll go ahead and fix me up some grape juice." Markysaur asks, "Have you beaten Dark Lurker yet?" No. I beat Dark Lurker in my original playthrough for standard new game. I did it solo. Gonna have to do it solo again. We did not fight Dark Lurker in New Game Plus. We are gonna fight Dark Lurker here in New Game Plus Plus. And that's just because I don't have to do it, I just really want to do it. Because I want to beat all the bosses in the game in New Game Plus Plus. So, we'll see if I can do that, but we're saving that for tomorrow. We just beat Lud and Zalin, the King's Pets from DLC3, and now we're just going to take out the bosses here beneath Drang Lake Castle, the final bosses of the main campaign. But Dark Souls 2 is nice. Once you beat the main campaign of Dark Souls 2, you do see the credits roll, but it does not push you into New Game Plus like Dark Souls 1 does. You get the choice to enter the next New Game Plus cycle or to just stay where you are. And so I never intend to move on to the next cycle. I'm never going to go to New Game Plus Plus Plus. I'm fine in just standard New Game Plus Plus. So yeah, it's been a fun run, and it's almost done. Jen says, as soon as it hits 45 million, you are officially in the final tier of soul memory for multiplayer connectivity. Oh boy. I'm guessing that means a lot more invasions. Even if someone is hundreds of millions of soul memory ahead of you, you'll be able to play with them. Which is good and bad. That means, like, if you want someone, like, really strong players to carry through the rest of the game. If you want to go into like New Game Plus, 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 and beyond, they'll be there to help you. On the other hand, they can also invade you. So, Fusion says, can easily be beaten today if you ask me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes to get through these bosses, and if it doesn't take that much time, we might go ahead and start that process tonight. Marcus says, I'm not quite sure about that. Yeah. Fingers crossed you wake up early enough on your Friday to see most of your Dark Souls 3 start. LOL. Thank you, Squirmy Duck. Thank you. Alright, we have about 3.5 minutes till ad time. I'm gonna sit down here and think about what I need for the final bosses. Excuse me. I know, or at least I think I know, that the Throne Watcher and Throne Defender use magic, or they can use magic. Nashandra uses the power of dark, and I don't have to worry about the curse anymore because we have the Blessing of the Crowns, so I'm immune to being cursed, which is epic. But I do have to worry about dark, and that's some damage over time right there. And then Alja is fire, so that's 3 different resists. And I don't think any one ring is really going to help me here. Unless I just keep multiple rings on me and I switch between encounters. But that's kind of risky to dive into your inventory and try to do that during a boss fight. Or just after a boss fight. Even if you... I mean, I guess I would have the time to do that, maybe. I could just wear, like, one ring. I could wear, like, the Dispelling Ring. That gives me resist to magic, lightning, and fire, and dark. Something is better than nothing. But I'm not even sure if the buff it gives me would be worth it. I would have to basically sacrifice the 3rd Dragon Ring. That's probably the weakest ring I have. And the 3rd Dragon Ring gives me an HP buff and a stamina buff. So I'm not sure if that would be really, really worth it. Jen says, to be fair, everyone in the final tier should be comparable in power. I mean, that's true. Unless you're trying to be like a god-level character where you're maxing all your stats to 99, which is probably somebody out there like that, then everyone should be kind of comparable. Jan says, my sign shall be down at the king's door when you are ready. Very well, Jans, very well. Yeah, it looks like we have an ad starting in about 1 minute and 15 seconds, so I'm going to try to figure out what to take with me and be at the king's gate by the time the ad ends. So let's see here. I'm not even sure if I'm going to take any rings. But what about consumables? What consumables could I take? I could take Elizabeth's mushroom. I kind of really want to save those, though, for Dark Lurker. And I feel the same way about the Divine Blessings, because you can't, like, get back Divine Blessings once you use them. Same with Elizabeth's mushroom. They are very limited in the game. Once they're done, once they're gone, they're gone. So I think I'll put those away. I think I will swap out the life gems for the old Radiant life gems. I'll drop off the Aged Feather for the repair powders. And I want to bring some buffing items. So the first creatures we're going to fight, the first bosses, they can use magic. So let me bring one of these, because I'm not going to eat one in between. Like if this one expires, I'm not going to use another one. The boss after that uses dark. I only have one dark item. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to use that one. And then after that, we're going to face someone who uses fire. So I'll pull that. And I guess that's it. Okay. Equip. Drop, drop. And then let's go to old Radiant Life Gems. And let's go to repair powders. And then when we're outside the fog gate, I'll remember to eat one of the burrs. Is this Janice or someone else? Oh, someone else. Trilha Miranda. Ooh, this is another player. Ice Rapier, Stamina Shield. Interesting. We might have a new friend to help us here. Yeah, save him for Dark Lurker? Alright. You know what we can do after? Your vengeance on the ghosts now visible in the shaded woods. That's something we could try, now that I can see them all. But yes, our ad expires. Yay, new friend, yes. It looks like our ad is still going for like 2 minutes. I don't know if you see that necessarily, Squirmy Duck. But we'll just hang here for 2 minutes, and if the sign for Miranda is still there after 2 minutes, we shall summon Miranda, make our way to the Fog Gate, we'll summon Jans, we'll buff up, and then we'll summon one more Phantom NPC. Who that Phantom NPC is going to be? I don't know. Do you have any recommendations, Jans? I know we can summon Vengarl. I know he's an option. I think Benhart of Hugo is an option. And then I don't remember who the last person is. Squirmidex says, no, I have been getting smaller ads as banners at random times. Huh, okay, interesting. Vengarl? Maybe. Vengarl is my favorite of all the NPCs that can join you in combat, but strategically, I don't know if he would be the right choice. Jans is like I was gonna say a battle mage, not really a battle mage. Jans is like a paladin. Jans has lots of healing miracles and is very tanky. So Jans is kind of our tank. This person, Miranda, looks to also be a tanky character. Let me pan the camera around. Actually, no, they look to be a battle mage. So they're wearing the crown of the Old Iron King, which restores your magic over time. They're wearing light cloth. They're wearing a sword that has a special ability. So they're probably going to be like a battle mage. That's more of a melee class, melee caster. I am almost pure melee. All I do is just use my whips, and sometimes I use throwables, but not against bosses. At least not in New Game Plus Plus. So that means the person that I invite to the group, I would want to try to balance this out a little bit. So either be maybe I don't know. We have tank healer, we have melee, which is me, and then we have melee caster. So that kind of covers all the roles. So we really could invite just about anyone. Jan says, I love paladins. Me too, Jans, me too. Paladins are my second favorite class in RPGs. My favorite is always like the wizard or the sorcerer. Whomever the most powerful practitioner of arcane magic is. Which is why all of my emotes on this channel are like wizard emotes. But after that would be the paladin. Then would probably be like the cleric. Okay. Welcome back, everyone, from the ads. We have a new friend here, Trilha Miranda. We're going to invite them to join us. It looks like from their summon sign they are a Sunbro, so that'd be cool. We're going to have a player here. We're going to run up to King's Gate, have Jans join us. Let me also... Actually, I'm not even sure if this is going to work. I was going to put on the King's Ring, because I know when you do that and you walk across a statue, they don't animate to attack you. But this person that we're summoning might still do that. They might, like, cause the person to attack. Praise the sun. I'm not even sure if they're... Are they here? They might be AFK. They might have put down their summon sign and, like, went to get a cup of coffee themselves. Hello? 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 Maybe they're using the bathroom. Well, I still have to go through the gate and talk to, what's her name? The other character for the first time. There's Jans. So I'll do that, and maybe the person will stop being AFK by the time that finishes. Because they probably just want to go fight the boss. They probably don't want to, like... Oh, I think they're back. They are back. Oh, they're just going for it. Weird. Okay, let me go get Jan's signature. Summon in Jans. There she is.
My journey is already complete. My name is Shanamut. The dragon gave me this name, for I was born with none. I was born of dragons, contrived by men. By ones who would cozen fate herself. They are the ones who created me. But they failed. I did not come out as intended. Fate would not be bested, and men were cursed once again. If you proceed, Nashandra will come after you, knowing that you will take the throne and link the fire. She covets the first flame and the great soul. Put Nashandra to rest.
I will do my best. The Throne of Want. I wonder if there are any red phantoms down here. I guess not. I would hear fighting. I feel like I would hear fighting from Jans or Miranda by now. Switch to my boss killer whips. Power stance those. Oh, more items on the way to the boss. Soul of a great hero. More souls of a great hero. Thank you, game. Ah. Oh, let me scroll up. Squirmy says, I am a Sunbro. I got a Sunbro tattoo, lol. I got the summon sign in gold. Very nice, Squirmy Doug, very nice. Yeah, out of all the covenants that we could join, I prefer the Sunbros the most. Oh! Oh, I thought he left. Okay, so we have Bradley of the Old Guard. We have a Spearman. We have Benhart of Hugo, another tanky guy. We have Vengarl. And that's it. So, let's see. Vengarl, Benhart, or Bradley. Oh, Bradley's also a healer. We could have two healers. That'd be nice. Let's go with Bradley. Vengarl had his time to shine against Lud and Zalin. And we've already completed Benhart's quest. Welcome on in, Bradley. Alright. Let me switch my rings. We're going back to Bracing Knuckle Ring. And we're going to dive into our inventory and eat the small blue burr. Temporarily boost magic defense. Alright. Here we go. The Throne Watcher and Throne Defender. Hopefully I don't roll off the edge here. That would be horrible. Miranda has been vanquished. I'm about to be as well. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I needed 3 Estus just to heal from that damage. Oh, he was buffing. I'm like, what is he doing? He's just standing there. Alright, Throne Watcher's down. Throne Defender's down. Victory achieved! We did it! Ring of the Evil Eye +2 and their souls. We are victorious! Thank you for your contribution.
brave undead.
Son, bro.
You have proven yourself to me.
Uh-oh. Marcusor says Dark Lurker will be interesting. I agree, Marcusor, I agree. Finally, some personal contribution to the new game plus by yourself. Yes. Smirdic says it would be cruel to put Red Phantoms here, lol. I agree. Your vote is Bradley? Yeah.
Now, be one with the dark.
Well, if I die, I can resummon for different parts of the boss fight. But we'll see what happens. Alright, we're gonna quickly dive in our inventory and use the dark buff. Dark Troshes. There we go. It's added dark defense. She tends to use that. My damage isn't too bad. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought she was gonna do the AoE right there. She has like an AoE that she can use to like blast people away from her. Oh, I need my repair powders. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, she's recasting her dark orbs. Yeah. I like to get rid of these. They deal, like, life drain damage. I don't think they heal her, they just deplete your HP. Ooh, that's some long reach she's got with that scythe. Oh, I missed. Oh! There was the AoE. Running away. We did it! We are again victorious! Thank you for the heal, Jen. Soul of Nishandra. Yes!
Many others have come and gone. One drowned in poison, turning to flame. Still another slumbers in not one of them stood here as you do now. You, conqueror of adversities. Give us your answer.
Fire resist. Small orange burr. Waiting for the fire to go away. Uh-oh. No! I feel like that fireball could potentially one-shot me. I'm scared. Where's it going? Where's it going? I was going after Jan's. Oh, look at that damage! I was just standing next to it. This is beautiful music, though. This music reminds me of the music you hear when you fight against, what's his name? Gwyn at the end of Dark Souls 1. Because it sounds uncharacteristic of what you hear, like, during a normal boss fight, or like a normal boss encounter. It's just like really calm, really melancholy, really beautiful. That's how this is. And I took a lot of damage from just being next to this guy while under the effect of the small orange burr, which gives you a huge buff to fire defense. Oh! close. I'm always scared to go after him with the fireball. He takes a lot less damage, it seems, when he's using the fireball as well. Going after Jans again. My fire buff is gone. Gonna have to be extra careful here. No! No! Stop it! Stop it! No. He's almost dead, though. We did it! Yes! Victory has been achieved! We are victorious. I like how the NPC phantoms celebrate with you as well.
I lost everything and remain here patiently. The throne will certainly receive you. But the question remains. What do you want? Tell me. Light, dark, or something else entirely?
Rubbish. A bit of rubbish. We did it! We did. She somehow looks awesome in the cutscene. I agree, Marcusor. Yes, we did it. We did it. We are victorious. So now you get to choose. The good ending, or I wouldn't even call it the bad ending. I'd call it the more interesting ending. So, during our standard new game playthrough, we took the throne. During our New Game Plus ending, we did the alternate ending where we walked away, we rejected it. So for New Game Plus Plus, I'm going to choose to reject it again, because I feel that's actually the canon ending in Dark Souls 2. And the reason I feel that way is because if you don't get Aldia to talk to you, like if you don't... Oh no, I'm sorry, not talk to you. But if you kill King Vendrick after you kill the Nashandra, then your only option is to take the throne. That's it. So no matter what you do in the game, you're either going to have the option to choose the throne ending, or you're just going to get pushed into the throne ending. But you actually have to go through a special process to unlock this alternate ending. And that makes me think, I mean, maybe you could argue that since the game pushes you here by default, that's the true ending, but I actually feel like this is the true ending. I feel that now that we have the Blessing of the Crowns, and we no longer have to worry about hollowing, that means that we can afford to go off and try to see if we can discover a workaround for the curse, if we can discover a way to break the cycle. And so that's what we're going to try to do. Leave throne. And you can interpret this, I mean, you get the same, I believe you get the same cutscene, but you can interpret this two different ways, because Aldia talks to you.
There's no power.
And he asks you, do you want peace? Or do you want, like, power? Or war, something like that. And so you could theorize if you chose if I don't want peace, if I want war, then this could be seen as him going after the title of the new Dark Lord, which was the bad ending in Dark Souls 1.
Such as our fate.
But if you answer him and say, I want peace, but I want to break the cycle, like I want to end the illusion, which is what Aldia tried to do, then I believe like you could interpret this as being a unique ending. An ending where he doesn't become the Dark Lord, instead he goes off and tries to discover how to break the curse. And this is also another way I think that it ties in back to Demon Souls, because I do believe Demon Souls takes place before the events of Dark Souls 1, but I believe we're missing a chapter in the Souls series. I think we're missing Chapter 2. I think there's supposed to be Demon Souls 2, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3. And I believe we're missing Demon Souls 2. Because the company, the developer, wanted to make the game series multi-platform, but Sony owns the rights to Demon Souls, and so we don't know how the curse really came to be, because each game sort of has its own origin story or its own origin points to some degree. And so we are, well, actually, not necessarily its own origin story, because Dark Souls 2 does refer to Dark Souls 1. But I believe that the curse hasn't always been a thing. The curse became a thing at the beginning of the events of Dark Souls 1. But as Demon Souls takes place before the events of Dark Souls 1, I believe that the curse wasn't always around. It didn't always inflict, or wasn't always afflicted upon humans. And so, if something, whatever caused the generation of the curse between or during the events of the missing chapter that is Demon Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1, whatever caused that to come up, maybe that can be undone. And I feel like that's the goal of the character in Dark Souls 2, is to sort of go off and try to figure out what happened and to undo it. So, I mean, I would love to see a direct sequel to Dark Souls 2. And who knows, maybe we'll get one someday. I doubt it, because a lot of people didn't seem to care for it. But I would definitely love to see it. Thank you for the Congo Rats, Jans. I appreciate it. And Jans suggested a poll. Ending A or ending B? Very well, Jans, very well. Let's set up that poll right now. New poll. Well, what do you mean by ending A or ending B? Do you mean like favorite ending? Or do you mean like what you believe the true ending is? Like what would the question to that be? Or like what ending you prefer? This is such beautiful music. But we'll just sit here, let the credits roll. As lovely as they are. Marcusor asks, will I play Sekiro? I don't know yet. I don't know. It was suggested by another Souls streamer that I beat all the other Souls games first, because I'm unsure of Sekiro. And after I do that, then have a look at Sekiro, watch some gameplay, either from YouTube or from Twitch, and decide based off what I see, looking through the lens of all my Souls experiences, whether or not it's something I want to get into. And so that's the plan. So we're going to finish out Dark Souls 2, we're going to beat Dark Souls 3, we're going to beat Bloodborne, we're going to beat Elden Ring, we're going to go for the Platinum Trophy in all of those games. And then afterwards, I'll go ahead and I'll take a look at Sekiro and decide if it's something I want to play. Yeah, we'll definitely be playing Bloodborne. Fusion says he will play Sekiro. Scrimmerdix says Sekiro feels like a double-edged sword because it's a From game, but it's not the same as playing Souls. Yeah, I agree. The way I can kind of twist it in my head to work is I have said before that I want to play every Souls as a unique class. And so, and I guess I'll just put Jan's question here. I'll just put which ending. So I feel like that should be refined, though. As far as like favorite ending, or I guess you can interpret that any way you want to, either canon ending or which ending you prefer. But let's start the poll for 3 minutes. There we go. But you only get to play as one class basically in Sekiro, which is like, it seems to be like a mishmash of samurai and ninja. So I could look at that as sort of like my samurai ninja class playthrough of a Souls game. Like, it's not really by choice, you're being forced into it, But I mean, it is a completely different class. It's one that I've never tried to play before in a Souls game, so I could look at it that way. Squirmydex says he got stuck in Sekiro. And he did not beat it. Tried to go around him to beat other bosses and stuff, but didn't get far. Let's see. Oh, I see. Jen says, was helping someone with the Twin Dragon Riders. Gotcha. My poll suggestion was for which ending Orpheus should choose for playthrough 3. But it can now be redone for which ending you prefer. B being Aldia's. Yeah. Yeah, I prefer Aldia's. I see Aldia as the true ending. Now, I could be wrong about that. My friend Charles, he's another Souls streamer. He did tell me that I will have hints as to the ending of Dark Souls 2 in Dark Souls 3. So, I mean, I could be wrong. We'll see what happens in Dark Souls 3. I feel that no matter which ending you choose, events might still unfold in a given way. In other words, like, if the canon ending of Dark Souls 2 is where you leave the throne, or whether you take the throne, I believe the events in Dark Souls would still unfold the same way. And I think that's because, and I feel it's the same going from Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 2. And I think that's because so much time is supposed to pass between the events of the games. So like, even if someone rejects the throne, someone else could rise to try to take the throne. But it seems that the first flame can never really be extinguished. It can sputter. It can greatly diminish, but it never truly goes out. And I think that's hinted at by the description of the dull ember in Dark Souls 2, where it's described that that could be the ember's true state. It's just a dull state. So, neither dead nor thriving. And to some degree, you could say that could be said of humanity in the Souls series. It has its moments of greatness, but it also falls over time, which is why many kingdoms have risen and fallen upon the land that is called Drangleic. So humanity's sort of stuck in a rut, especially in the Dark Souls series. All right, credits are over. I think I'm still in the throne room, right? Or not the throne room, the boss room. No, it kicked me back to Majula. All right, let's view the results of the poll. Winner was ending B. All right, well, there we go. Okay, let me scroll back up. I might have missed some chat stuff here. Scrimmage says, I really struggle with parrying. Same. I don't like parrying at all. I will play it eventually, but I need to have souls out of my system prior. Gotta get good. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I've heard in Sekiro, like, you have to learn to parry, and I don't like parrying. In Demon Souls, I really didn't have to do much of that. I was a magician, so I could just stay far away and just cast magic. In Dark Souls 1, I was a paladin, so I just kept my shield up the whole time. And I tried to watch enemy movement patterns, and I tried to sidestep them and then attack, and, you know, if I messed up sidestepping, then my shield would take the brunt of the damage, so I was okay with that. And then in Dark Souls 2, I just try to roll through everything, and that's been pretty successful. But in Sekiro, it looks like you have to parry. And it's like the only time I've ever really needed to parry to progress in a Souls game was fighting against Gwyn at the end of Dark Souls 1. Because I tried to fight him like the quote-unquote legit way, and I couldn't do it, so I parried for the win. But outside from that, like, I've never parried in any Souls game. Like, I've tried to learn it here and there in different games, but I've never really liked it. I've always preferred just tanking my way through with a shield or rolling through. Let's see here. Marcus asks, have you been in the throne room with Chancellor Veliger yet? Of course. Scrimmedic says, pairing has to be frame perfect in Sekiro, basically. That sounds painful. Sekiro gives you chest hairs once you beat it. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see. We still have a long way to go. We still have to finish up with Dark Souls 2. We still have Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. So we'll see. Alright, looks like I got... oh, it gave me back full durability on all my gear. That's nice. Let's go back to our normal loadouts. There we go. Put some stuff away. Oh, that was close. That was close. I'm used to, when I sit down at a bonfire, I'm used to just like pressing up on the D-pad once to go to item box, and then clicking X. I have to remember not to do that anymore, because that could send me into Journey 4 to Drang Lake. Okay, item box. Let's put away this little bit of rubbish. And what else are we putting away? Ring of the Evil Eye +2. Do I have that already? I feel like I might have that already. I do have that already. Okay, I'll sell that. Okay, that's it. Let's use some... Actually, I think I'll hold off on using the souls. I don't think I can use the souls of the Throne Watcher or Defender for anything else. I think you have the option to use them either for their weapon or their shield, but I already have both. From my time in Standard New Game and in New Game Plus. So I think I'll just hold on to them as keepsakes. Let's see, Throne Defender Soul. Soul of the Throne Defender. The throne of the king is sacred, and requires an appropriate guardian. Use the special soul of the Defender to acquire numerous souls, or to create something of great worth. Okay. And Throne Watcher Soul. Soul of the Throne Watcher. The throne of the king is sacred and must be observed closely at all times. Now, I think there is one last thing, one third thing that we can do with the Soul of Nishandra. I think we can trade that for a unique item. We have the Bow of Want, we have the Scythe of Want. I think the last thing is the Chime of Want. Let me see. Yeah, okay, how do we get the Chime of Want? Ornifex. Alright, let's do that. Let's get a little lower first. Though it looks like we have an ad starting in about 10 seconds, I think I'll use the bathroom. And, how's my coffee doing? It's holding up. But when I come back, we'll go through some soul lore, and we'll get a new boss weapon, or item, and then we'll see about maybe dipping our toes into the abyssal dungeons. And yes, I was never really sure whether you're a guy or gal, Jans. I just always called you she because those are the characters you use. And now we are aware, as we are all aware now of Squirmy Duck. Marcus just says, I mean the throne room in Dranglake Castle. Oh, yes. Yes. Jans and I went into the throne room in Dranglake Castle in New Game and... No, I'm sorry. In New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus. That was rough. That was its own real boss fight. But we did it. We pulled it off. Jan says, time to level up and possible murder some ghosts. Right behind Chancellor Veliger, yeah. Alright, looks like ad has begun. At least it has on my screen. So I'm going to step away, use the restroom. I'll be right back. We'll get in some lore. Maybe we'll murder some ghosts. Janice has suggested that. And we'll get a new boss item and some extra lore. So BRB. Also, since you can probably still hear me, shall you be streaming tonight, Squirmy Duck? Squirmy Duck says, I have to get going, I'm sorry. Amazing stream. Thank you, Squirmy Duck, I appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you stream some Souls again soon. Alright, we're back. Hello, everyone. Scormedic says I probably will be, but not for about 7 hours. LOL. Oof, 7 hours. So, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So that means Scormedic's going to start stream about 3 a.m. my time. Oof. I might be sleeping. But if I am, I'll catch the vibe. Yes, and how be ye, Boris? How are you? Oh boy. Who was it earlier that said they have a Sunbro tattoo in chat? I think that was Squirmy Duck, wasn't it? Let me scroll back up here. I may have been kicked out of chat. Thank you for the congrats, Squirmy Duck. I just noticed that. It was Squirmy Duck. Squirmy Duck says, I am a Sunbro. I got a Sunbro tattoo, LOL. I got the summon sign in gold. Very cool, Squirmy Duck, very cool. Yeah, I like the Covenants in this game. Marcusor asks, question of the week, will Orphea beat Dark Lurker first try? I highly doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. But it is up to you if you want to redeem the points for a poll, Marcusor. Okay, let's see here. Soul of Nishandra. Soul of Nishandra, Queen of Drang Lake. The fragments of the abyss of untold origin nourished their beings by the sides of would-be monarchs. Perhaps they were simply ordeals on the road to kinghood. One day, the flames will fade, and only darkness will remain. That's what Vendrick told us. Unless, of course, an heir arrives. Use the special soul of this prisoner of desire to acquire numerous souls, or to create something of great worth. Alright. I probably can level up once.
Of the curse, I will always be at your side until hope has fully withered.
And then I'll go to okay, int 49, HP plus 1, magic defense plus 1. Let's just pop them all. We only need 10,000 for the item. Alright. Soul of a Hero. 990,000. Soul of a Great Hero. 1.98 million. That's crazy.
Bearer of the curse, I will always be at your side until hope has fully withered.
Level up. Nice, we did it. Int and Faith are both at 50. There we go. And attunement up to 19. Alright, HP goes up by, what is that, 5? 5 plus 8, 13 points. Attunement slots goes up by 1. Cast speed goes up by 6. Fire bonus goes up by 1. Magic defense goes up by 1. Fire defense, lightning defense, and dark defense go up by 2. Bleed resist goes up by 1. Curse resist goes up by 1. Not that's really important anymore. And the attack of our fire, Melu Scimitar, goes up by 1. Alright, pretty good stats there. We're like 50 all the way down. It looks like Int and Faith are 53, but that's just because of the helmet that I'm wearing. The crown, I think, gives me +3 to both Int and Faith. I guess next, as I continue to level, I'll keep putting points into Attunement to get that to 30. And then I'll just start bouncing back and forth between Vitality and Attunement until those hit 50, and then, like I said, I'll just start going down the list. Alright. Let's travel.
Bearer of the... until...
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go get our final boss weapon. Brightstone Cove Seldora, Lower Brightstone Cove. Oh, that's true. Marcusaur is a mod. He could just create the pull. Why not Vitality for quicker endurance regen? Because I've hit such bad diminishing returns that even putting a point, like putting a point into one of the other stats beyond 50 does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Or, well, I can't say it does absolutely. I think it does do something, but it does almost nothing. Now, I would eventually, like, I will eventually be upping my, my stats beyond 50, maybe, if I get to that point. But it's like, even if it's not a main stat for me, like Faith or Intelligence, I have to ask myself, like, what's better? To put points into a stat that will get me better bonuses in other areas that could still be beneficial, like magic defense or HP, or putting points into a main stat, but because I've escalated that main stat up so high, I basically get very little to no benefit from putting points into it at all. And so that's why I've sort of left off putting points into my main stats. I want to see if a spider would crawl over the sand dune. But yeah, it seems like, depending on the stat, either 20 or 30 is like the soft cap, like the first soft cap. And it seems like the soft cap for a lot of your other stats is 50. And then after that, you just hit the hard cap of like 99. So, looks like we have a 3-way tie. Will Orfeo beat Dark Lurker? 3-way tie between no, absolutely yes, and a smirk. Your vitality is on 30? Yeah. I don't think vitality gives you stamina regen. I think it just gives you higher equip load capacity. I mean, I'll see though, I'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. An attribute that determines your maximum equipment load. Yeah, so far as I know, that's all vitality does. It just lets you wear heavier gear. I think endurance is what gives you stamina. Endurance, an attribute that determines your overall... Well, it says your overall stamina. It doesn't say your stamina regen. I'm not sure any stat determines your stamina regen. I think it's just the gear that you wear. Like, if you have the kite... Is it called the Kite Blossom Shield? That regenerates your stamina faster. There's the Chloranthy Ring. You could eat green blossoms. That works too. But so far as I know, there's no stat in here that makes your stamina regenerate faster. I mean, you could do adaptability, like that boosts your agility, so you can dodge faster and you can chug down Estus faster. But I'm not sure that ties into your stamina regeneration being faster. It does? Of course, oh, I missed pull. considerable for you. No equip percentage, the less the faster regen. Interesting, interesting. That I did not know. Well, I think I'll still just leave it at 30 for now, and I'll just keep bumping up attunement. Like, we're pretty much done with all the challenges. There's only, like, one real challenge left. And even, like, off-stream, even though I won't be streaming this game anymore, I still intend to keep playing it. I'm not going to erase it from my system. I feel like Dark Souls 2 is going to be, like, my eternal Souls game. It will be the one that I'll just go back to again and again. And my plan is to eventually farm out every mob in the entire game, so that it is lifeless except for my character and friendly NPCs. And if I ever want to go through and just look at everything, explore the environment, look around for items, I can do that peacefully. And if I ever get nostalgic and I feel like I want to fight enemies again, I can always do that with either using a bonfire ascetic, or I can just briefly join the Covenant of Champions and respawn all the enemies. Or I can just be my sun bro self, and I could go outside a boss room, drop my summon sign, and try to help people fight their bosses. So, yeah, I love Dark Souls 2, and I'll keep playing it. I'll keep getting souls. I'll keep leveling up. And maybe one day I'll actually hit soul level cap 99 on all of my stats. So I could see that happening. You can also use other good rings. Other good rings like what? Other than Chloranthy for stamina regen? I can't use Chloranthy. All of my spots are taken. I kind of wish I could, but I can't. I don't have space for it. Like, I have to use Bracing Knuckle Ring +2. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to, like, bring up the description of the item. I have to use Bracing Knuckle Ring +2 to slow down equipment degradation, because my whips break really, really quickly. My boss killer whips, if I hit an enemy with my boss killer whips, like a boss, they will break after 6 hits. 6 hits they break. That's ridiculous. If well, I think it's like between 6 and 8. If they hit a wall or stairs, like an inanimate object, like a scenery, they break in like 4 hits. So it's ridiculous. So I have to have the Bracing Knuckle Ring +2 to make my whips last, particularly these. The durability on the Bloodied Whips is a bit better, but even without the Bracing Knuckle Ring on, these still break relatively quickly. Like, these will break after like 20 to 30 hits. So that's not a lot. But by equipping the Bracing Knuckle Ring, I'm okay running through entire levels, not having to worry really about durability with the Bloodied Whips. And against most bosses, I can focus on just dealing damage with the old whip and not even have to worry about repair powders. I did against the gauntlet of final bosses at the end, because you have to fight like four bosses in a row. And I had to worry about that against Lud and Zalin, because you're basically fighting 2 bosses at the same time, the last of which can be very tanky with the buffs once they start to enact them. But outside of that, so long as I have the ring, it works. So I can't take off this ring. Ring of Blades +2 to boost all physical attack, to me that's just too good. I'm only a melee. I don't use any magic. So everything is tied into melee, so I don't want to let that attack go. The 2 weaker rings that I wear would be Life Ring +3, but that gives me a huge chunk of extra health, so I kind of want to keep that on. And then the 3rd Dragon Ring. So that gets me extra health, and it gets me extra stamina. And so I don't get as much health from the 3rd Dragon Ring as I do from the Life Ring +3, but it's still a good chunk of extra health. And so, because of the health and the stamina, I don't like taking this off either. So these are like my 4 main rings. I will sometimes take them off for situational reasons, but it's very, very rare. When I fight against Dark Lurker, I might take off the 3rd Dragon Ring to put on something else, but we'll see.
Hello there. Do you have a wondrous soul?
I do. Let's see. Swap for Life Ring. If I could, I would put on a 2nd Life Ring. You're not allowed to put on a 2nd Life Ring. Dude, if I could wear two life rings plus 3, or 2 ring of blades, even if it was like a ring of blades plus 2 and a ring of blades plus 1, I would do it. But the game doesn't let you do that. I wish it did. Alright, trade. Alright, no. Am I not seeing it? I'm seeing the Bow of Wand, but we have the Bow of... Oh, there it is. That's weird. I wonder why it doesn't look lit up to me. Like, that looks bright. That looks lit up. That kind of looks lit up, even though we don't have the soul on us. What was the other thing that you could make? Oh, I think it was a spell, but you have to go to Strayed for that. Alright, there it is. The Chime... Oh, no, it's this one. The Scythe of Want. We have that as well. Alright, Chime of Want. Soul of Nishandra, plus 10,000 additional souls. Sacred Chime, created from the soul of Nishandra. The Old One of the Abyss was reborn in death, split into minuscule fragments, and spread across the land. After taking their shapes, they courted monarchs of considerable power, which they desired to make their own. Okay.
Come back again if you find another soul.
I have discovered a cheap way to beat Dark Lurker, though. I'm gonna try not to use it. I'm gonna, like, keep it as a last resort. But if I have to resort to it, I know I can do it, and that makes me feel better. Let's put that away. There it is, Chime of Want. Right before the Chime of Screams. Ooh, interesting. Okay, do I have anything else on my character to get rid of, or did I do that already? Oh, I wanted to sell that. Anything else? No? Okay. Let's go to Ordeal's End and sell Gavel in the Ring. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I now have every Nishandra item. But yeah, I discovered a really cheap strat to beat Dark Lurker. The first time in Standard New Game, I really earned the victory. Like, I fought her straight up with the whips. But I have been getting, like, more nervous about New Game Plus Plus. Because, again, when I fought Nishandra in Standard New Game, I was at the height of my power. I mean, yes, I'm tankier now. Like, I have more Dark Resist, I have more Magic Resist, I have more Fire Resist from investing points into Faith and Intelligence. But my attack really hasn't gone up substantially. It's still pretty much what it was in Standard New Game. And that's because in Standard New Game, you can hit your, like, your soft caps, like your second soft caps, within the first playthrough. And so that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. It's a good thing because you can have sort of your quote-unquote end game build, your, like, perfect end game build, by the end of your first playthrough, even before the end of your first playthrough. Provided it's, like, really close to end game, like, and you've gone through all the DLCs and everything, then yeah, you're there. But that also means that once you start going into New Game Plus and beyond, there's nothing you can do to tip the scales of power back to favor you. You're done. The only things you can do is, if you didn't do it in the main or in your first playthrough, you can start to learn the power stance, which is what I started to do, like halfway through DLC 2 in my first playthrough. Or you can start inviting other players or other phantoms to help you. Other than that, the game just gets harder and harder the further into New Game Plus cycles you get. And there's nothing you can really do to offset it. Until I think you get to, like, really late New Game Plus playthroughs. Like New Game Plus 6 or New Game Plus 7 and beyond. Because there is a weapon that gets stronger the further into the New Game Plus cycles you get. And if you have that item and you saved it, and perhaps you upgrade it, then yeah, I think that can help to tilt the difficulty back in your favor. But by then, the game is already so ridiculously hard that it would probably just make the game seem bearable to you. It wouldn't make you feel overpowered.
Oh, Kavlan, no, you.
That's what it feels like anyway.
What you want?
Okay. Sell. Ring. Evil Eye +2, 1,300 souls.
Many deal, many thanks.
Alright. We shall go with Jan's suggestion. We shall get some revenge against the shaded spirits between the ruined Fork Road and the shaded ruins. Though we tried this in standard New Game and they almost destroyed me once I had the eye. So they're going to be twice as hard in New Game Plus, so we'll see what happens. Gavland a bit tipsy, he is. What weapon? Broken sword? Oh. No, it's, the weapon is exclusive to DLC3. That would be cool if it was the broken straight sword, though. Like a weapon that's been worthless the entire, or near worthless the entire time, suddenly takes on like a whole new level of power and like extended New Game cycles, like New Game Plus cycles. That would be pretty cool, but no. It is the, it's one of the great swords. Let me see. I got one in standard New Game, and then I got another one in New Game Plus Plus because we skipped the DLC in New Game Plus. There it is. The Curved Nil Greatsword. A great curved sword with an ominous blade. One of the forbidden weapons sealed away by the Ivory King. Formed by rock, tree, and the remnants of a most peculiar soul. It is said that the farther its wielder travels, the deadlier the blade becomes. And so, it doesn't look like it's that strong for a greatsword. You can see its attack is 207. You compare that to something else, like, I guess that's not too bad. But I mean, you go up here and you compare it, and it's like, how much is that? Actually, it might be 207 for me because I'm already in New Game Plus Plus. I'm not sure. But upgrading these other great swords in your first playthrough of the game is probably going to deal a lot more damage. But the further in, like every time you go to another New Game Plus cycle, these swords get stronger, the Curved Nils. And so they keep increasing so long as the difficulty of the game keeps increasing. And the difficulty of the game keeps increasing up through New Game Plus 7. And so these swords will just keep getting stronger and stronger all the way up through New Game Plus 7. And if you decide to go that high, these swords might carry you all the way there. So, you know, but I've been watching a weapon review, or weapon reviews for Dark Souls 2. And they say the Curved Nail Greatswords aren't really that good. Even fully upgraded, they're not that good. Until you get to about New Game Plus 6, then they start getting good. They said until then, like, if you want to use a greatsword, like, one of these bigger, like, heavier greatswords would probably be better. So, you know, that's if you want to use a greatsword. But, I'm keeping them both anyway, who knows? Maybe something will stir in me and I'll want to go up to through, like, New Game Plus 7 eventually, and then I'll have some swords to carry. But that would, like, totally change up my playstyle, because I don't want to use swords on this character. I want to use whips. I feel like if I were to radically rebalance my character for anything, as far as his fighting style goes, do you have to pay attention to get it? It is in a very particular place. It's guarded by 3 golems. And you can't even get it the first time you go through the area. You have to speak to Alsana, the princess DLC3 and she has to shatter the ice. And then you can go back to the area, kill the 3 golems, and then you can open the chest and loot the sword. New game plus 99, just like your item box. But, what was I gonna say? I was gonna do something else. I don't remember now. But yes, it can be missed. I'll find a sign after I cross the doorway? Okay. When you enter someone else's world, Jans, and let's say you have the eye of the priestess, but I don't have the eye, can you still lock on to enemies, or can you not lock on to enemies? Does it depend on me having it? You know the 3 golems? Maybe you got in your former attempts? You may have. I mean, I could try to run there. Would be... The closest point would be going to DLC3, the inner wall. And I'm scared to even run there, because I'll probably die running there. But... Let me think of where it is. Actually, I can probably maybe get away with it. Let's see. So I'd have to go this way from the bonfire, go out, turn right, run down the hall, turn right again, look left. There's some enemies in here. Oh. We can ignore these. Run through. Woohoo! Oh, hello there. Run up the stairs. You have an empty room. Run up the stairs again. And there are the 3 golems. And there's also the point where the chest is. It's in between all those 3 golems right there. Bye! Ha! I made it away. Yes. The visibility depends on the host. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So if you kill those guys already, you probably loot at least one of the swords. Alright, let me go back to where I was before. Where's... There it is. Awesome run training for Dark Lurker areas. I'm not gonna run through... Well, you can't run through the first time. You have to legit clear the areas. But yeah, I will probably... Unless I kill Dark Lurker first try, I will run through the area and fight Dark Lurker without having to kill everyone else. Wait, can you even do that? I'm not sure you can do that. You might have to kill everyone every time. I think you... Do you? I don't know. I think every time I went through the area to fight Dark Lurker, I killed everyone every single time. What I do really like, though, is that since I have the Blessing of the Crowns, and I no longer hollow when I die, that means every human effigy that I have... What was that? Oh, that's him. That's a Falconer guy. That means every human effigy that I have can be used to gain access to Dark Lurker. So that's really nice. I don't have to worry about, like, dying and then having to, like, farm new human effigies to go do other things or to keep my health up. Alright, summoning Jans. Oh, see, Jans has a pair of them as well. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. If I ever drastically rebalanced my character. Welcome back in, Jans. If I ever radically rebalanced my character, he would probably get weaker. And the way I would do it is I would probably put on some knight armor. I would use the sun shield. I would use the sun sword. And I would make myself look as much like Solaire as I could. And I would stay a member of the Sunbro Covenant. So I would basically try to roleplay Solaire in Dark Souls 2. That would be like my alternate build. Wait, why is your sign still there? Oh, that's someone else. Dragon Slayer 1. Huh. I wonder who that is, the other sign. I don't know whether to summon them or not. Like, I mean, it would just be for funsies. I don't know, like he doesn't know what we're doing. He might try to just, like, fight our way through the whole forest and, like, okay, let's go from point A to point B. What are these guys doing? They're slowing me down. Like, I wouldn't want him to get angry. Should we summon him? We could. Janice keeps saying hello to him, so I guess we'll summon him. Let me back up, give him a little bit of room. Power stance my bloodied whips. A twin dragon great shield. Trying to... Oh, those look like the invisible gauntlets of Aros. Can't tell what sword he's using. Well, it's a great sword, I know that. I still can't see any... Okay. I was like, I still can't see anybody. Oh, good roll. Jan's got him. That sounds like a Wookiee yell from Star Wars. Oh! He reappeared. Oh, dodged him. I wonder how often they respawn. Like, will they just keep respawning forever, or... Soul of a Nameless Soldier, Radiant Life Gem. Or will they eventually stop respawning? Like, can you really farm this area out to extinction? Oh, Dragon Slayer got the backstab. Nice. Maybe that's a claim? I don't think that's a claymore he's using. No, I think that's the Drake Blood Sword. The handle is very long. I know Marcusor uses the Drake Blood Sword. Rouge Waters. Oh, what's that? I hear someone fighting. Now we get to hang out and bully the ghosts. I think that was a very nice change they decided to make in Scholar of the First Sin, because I've been told that in standard Dark Souls 2, you couldn't do this. Like, seeing ghosts, like seeing through their invisibility, only works in the DLC area where you find the Eye of the Priestess in DLC3. Once you get to, I went all the way back. I went too far. Once you get, once you come back here, it doesn't work. But in Scholar of the First Sin, you can actually use it to see every invisible object in the game, which is really, really cool. Gower's Ring of Protection, Lloyd's Talismans. I thought there was a chest somewhere. Maybe we got all the chests in this playthrough. I don't remember. I actually don't think we did. I think we got them all in standard in standard New Game, maybe a New Game Plus. I don't think we got him in New Game Plus Plus. This... Oh! Hello there. Ah! He dodged my backstab. That was impressive. Nicely done, Dragon Slayer. I should not have healed right there. Whew. Old Sunring. This is such an early game area, and yet I still take so much damage from the enemies in this area. And I'm able to see them and lock onto them now. If not, I would really be at a massive disadvantage here. So it's crazy to me that it can be so difficult. Okay, I know that someone sneaks up behind me and tries to kill me there. Jans has returned to their world. Very well, Jans. Oh, I heard it. Chloranthy ring +1. I guess they spawn as soon as you open the chest. Plunging attack! I think I hit the button too late. I don't know if anyone can actually join me for longer than like 300 seconds anymore, because all the bosses are dead. Well, except one. The Dark Lord. I thought that was Dragon Slayer running it behind me. What? Oh, whatever. Got him. Just trying to go for the backstab. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a time trying to clear this area out. Oh, I see someone. I think I see someone. Do I see someone? I do see someone. Aha! Oh, that's funny. It's like he was going to come after, or going to go after Dragon Slayer, but Dragon Slayer was in the process of returning home, and so it like confused the NPC. Well, I mean, if you're gonna back into the fog, then I'll leave you alone. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Yes! Aha! Uh-oh. Yes! Oh-ho! Uh-oh. Ah, gotcha. Yes! Oh, boy. Okay. Amber herbs. There was a chest nearby. I saw that. I was trying not to die, though. Ah, here we go. Oh, spoil sport. Yeah, good damage, huh? Nope, nope, nope. Good try, good try. Oh, oh! That is ironically a benefit of using whips. When you press the attack button, the attack is delayed. Clear blue stone ring +1. Because it takes a while for you to actually, like, fully unfurl the whip and for it to crack. And so if the NPCs try to roll through my whip, they can potentially roll too soon. So as they're coming out of their roll, they're getting hit. Jen says, I remember you get several divine blessings here on New Game. Ooh. I mean, maybe I'll find some. I've been running around, though. Ah! How dare you. Ow. Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha! Yes. I can have the ends of the whips go around the tree. Very nice. What do we have here? Soul of a Nameless Soldier. 800. 377. Yeah, it's gonna be a while till I can level up again. But I found a very cheap strat to beat Dark Lurker. If you are still there, Marcusor, and I know you've already beaten Dark Lurker on Standard New Game, and I don't know if you want to hear of the strat. Because it may influence how you play. And I know you do want to play in New Game Plus. I see you up there. And New Game Plus to go for all achievements. Oh, I went all the way back. But like I said, it's a strat that I'm not going to use unless I feel like I have to. And I may not have to, really. Like, maybe if I just kept going at it over and over and over again, I could eventually put down Dark Lurker. But I think it's going to be like a measure. Oh, here we go. Soul of a Brave Warrior. Oh, look at that. Divine Blessings. Nice. It's going to be like a measure of aggravation to see if, like, how hard it is, how close I get, and if I want to go through it again and again and again. Yes. The Wookiee yell. Let's see. Do we have any challengers coming? I don't think so. But, good call there on the Divine Blessings chance. I think we're done with that, though. Let's just head back to Bonfire. There's something else that I want to do. Remember they jump scared you by respawning out of nowhere? Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I killed an enemy, and then I put down my controller to sip my coffee, and as I'm sipping the coffee, another enemy just walks out of a tree, like, instantly spawns. I'm like, what's going on? And I had to, like, quickly put the cup down and scoop my controller back up. Alright, Soul of a Brave Warrior. Plus 5,000. Nice. Alright. Amber Herbs. Rouge Waters. Divine Blessings. Nice. Lloyd's Talismans. What else do we have here? Oh, Chloranthy Ring +1. I think I have that. Yeah, I do. I'll sell that. Clear Bluestone Ring +1. I think I have that. I do. Okay. Gower's Ring of Protection. I think I have that. That's a pretty cool ring, though. Yeah, I have that. Old Sun Ring. That's a pretty cool ring. Again, if I were role-playing as Solaire, I would wear this ring. Even if it turns out not to be that good, I would still wear this ring because it has sun in its name. Okay. So I can sell 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. Let's go sell those, get some souls, and then we're headed to Drangleic Castle. There is something I am a fan of doing once I receive the Blessing of the Crowns. I did this back in Standard New Game, and it's something I enjoy doing in New Game Plus. It's a bit of a way to abuse the system. But, it's a fun way to abuse it.
You again. Gavlan, meet you again.
You should definitely bring a seed in case Forlorn invades inside the dark chasms. The Forlorn can invade inside the chasms? I didn't even know that. I never got invaded last time. I guess I just got lucky. Chloranthrine +1, 450. Clear Bluestone +1, 360. Gower's Ring of Protection, 1380. Old Sun Ring, 2200. Okay.
Many deal, many thanks.
Yes. Its chance increases with each new game cycle. This game gets so much harder in so many laughable ways as you go from New Game to New Game Plus to New Game Plus Plus. It's like all the other Souls games, let's just make the enemies harder. That's it. Just tankier and hit for more damage. Dark Souls 2 is like, no. We're gonna add more enemies. We're gonna surprise you with not only more enemies in random locations, but also on the way to bosses, and we'll even have some NPCs join in during boss fights. That'll keep you on your toes. Ooh. But I mean, I think it's fun when it does that. Alright, the closest bonfire is the Forgotten Chamber. Okay, and we're going to remove the Bracing Knuckle Ring +2 to was that the smartest thing to do? Yeah. To put on the King's Ring. Because while the King's Ring is on, none of these statues are aggro. They never, I want to say unfrost, but they never depetrify themselves. Now they will if you hit them, but so long as you don't make the first move, so long as you don't initiate an attack, then they just stay as a statue. So, I know one of these is alive. But that's fine. Actually, I could have just run backwards, couldn't I? Actually, I'm going the wrong way. I did go the wrong way. I have to go backwards from the last bonfire, not forwards. See, I know he's alive, but I can just dance right in front of him and he won't do anything. Enemy ahead? Yeah. I'm good. I like from here that you can see all the way back to the beginning of the area, at the beginning of the level. That is so cool. Jen says, and I opened the door to the Dark Diver for you, so you should be fine. You opened the door to the Dark Diver? I know that we, okay. I know that we found them all. Yeah, so that guy over there, he actually thaws out if you're not wearing the King's Ring, you start shooting bolts at you. They're all actual soldiers that will come alive and attack you. But this is why I came here. The large portrait of Nishandra. You get too close, and it curses you. But, as I am now immune to curse, thanks to the blessing of the crowns, I can stand here and admire the pretty portrait all I want. Granted, it's a bit difficult to see it from this angle and through all the black and red smoke, but I can do it. and I don't have to worry about suffering for it. It's like you get to like make fun of the game, like you get to laugh at it. It's like, ha, there's nothing you can do. Where is it? It's right. Oh. That feels good. Curse-free. Yes, curse-free. Curse-free is the way to be. Hurrah! This is also a really pretty piece of conceptual artwork. Alright, I don't think I can go back any more than this. At least not that far back without getting dead. But there are still plenty of other areas for me to go. What I've been doing when I have the time... Oh, look at that! I wonder what someone's doing in the Forest of Fallen... Oh, they're probably, like, doing a memory. What I've been doing in the Forest of Fallen Giants is just... I've been doing this, like, between once to, like, 5 times a day. I just dive in and I just keep clearing everything out. And, so far I've cleared out almost everything in Things Betwixt. I do want to go back and clear out the little, kobolds, even though they're non-aggro. I still want to clear them out anyway, so I'll probably do that after I finish the forest here, the Forest of Fallen Giants. But I have cleaned out the Forest of Fallen Giants to a good extent. So there's no enemies up there anymore. No enemies out here. I should pick up a seed here. There's probably, yep, there we go. Seed of a Tree of Giants. And let's put that away. But I'll take you on a run with me. So you can see there's nothing here. There's no red phantom turtle. There's nothing in there. At least I don't think there is. There shouldn't be. Nope. Soldiers that were here are gone. And all the enemies on the way to the Cardinal Tower bonfire, which is Bonfire 2 in the Forest of Fallen Giants, all the enemies between the beginning of the area and Bonfire 2 are gone as well. So it's just working my way back from here to the second bonfire. Pretty sure these skeletons are still here. I've only killed the skeletons like 3 or 4 times. Human effigy. Oh, I can't pick that up. And I think we have 3 more to go. Falchion. 1 more. Could bring him with me. I'll leave it alone. But it feels good. It feels good being curse-free. There's usually someone prostrated right here on the floor, but I guess I farmed him to extinction. There's nothing out here anymore. All the enemies down there are gone. All the enemies up there are gone. Let's see. Yeah, all the... Oh, I'll be back. He's still here. Oh, I do have to go down there and kill the fire lizards. I don't do that on my runs. They'll be like some of the last creatures I ever farmed to extinction. because that is really, really rough. I've only killed them once so far in New Game Plus Plus, and that was with a bow and arrow. And it took a very long time. I think it took like 20 minutes to kill them all. Or at least to kill the 2 that I needed to kill in order to get the DLC item. To get to DLC 2. Get our Poison Whip ready. Power Stance. Bloody Whip with a Poison Whip. I think I've only killed this guy like twice. I've been forgetting about him. 1. 2. The nice thing is he gets confused sometimes with this pillar in the way. 3, and he's poisoned. We can go back to our normal whips. It's like he doesn't know what's going on. It's kind of nice. All right. I do also have to go down there. I guess I can do that now. Kill that one guard in front of the door. Should have used poison arrows. Can they be poisoned? I think I just tried to use like iron arrows. I wonder if you can... You probably can't do this. But I wonder if you could, like, summon this person here. I think this is Sellsword Luet. Yeah. And just, like, summon that person, run out here, and just go in there and let them just try to do their work. Maybe, but I don't think they can even kill the lizards. At best, they can probably just distract them for a while. And the lizards have, like, rocky skin. Like, cold, molten skin. Which means they resist slash damage. So they resist all of my whips. My poison whip could probably do something, but other than that, no. Oh, that's true. I do use poison against them in DLC 2. On the boss run up to Sur Alan. So yeah, they are vulnerable to poison. I could do that. I feel bad, but you gotta go. It's my little friend over here. We are going for a full clean out of all leftover enemies. I think he just waits at the door. Oh. Get the poison whipping. Oh! I just noticed these 2 guys aren't here. Typically there's 2 spearmen right here. Alright, we have... I can see him around here. There's another... Oh, he clipped me. Uh-oh. Forgot to power stance. I guess I didn't need poison then. Alright, so he's gone. Trigger the ambush. See if they're still here. Yep, they're still here. Ooh, close. Throwing knife. Hollow infantry boots. I love the fact in Dark Souls 2, and again, I think it's the only Dark Souls game that has this. I love the fact that you can farm enemies into extinction. I so love that. Because if you love the music, if you love the scenery in a Souls game... Oh! Just trying to get the backstab there. Then you always have the opportunity in this game... Ooh, firebomb, nice. To sort of go back and experience that without necessarily having to worry about enemies. I mean, yeah, if you're playing online, you still could potentially be invaded by someone. Including invaded by Red Phantom NPCs like the Forlorn. But aside from that, you really don't have to worry that much. Oh, wait, let me finish going this way. You really don't have to worry that much about dealing with enemies in general. You can just... Oh. He doesn't spawn anymore. Nice. The Royal Swordsmen are gone. Let's see about the Red Phantom Soldier up here. Nope, he's gone. What about the Royal Swordsman up here? He's gone. The Archer? He's gone. Alright. Now what about the two guys assaulting the giant tree down here? Looks like they're gone. Alright, so our farming is paying off. I'm almost done with the run. Switch to Poison Whip. Power Stance. Oh, he wasn't there. Usually when I get right around here, a red spirit turtle phantom spawns in, but he wasn't there this time. So I guess he's done. Alright, from there, I try to trigger these guys. Yep, they're still there. Let me get my boss whips. They're too strong. They can still kill me. When I first started playing this game, Dark Souls 2, this was the area in the game where I died for the very first time. It took me like 8 hours to die for the first time in Dark Souls 2. And this was the area. Bastard Sword. Life Gem, nice. Like, I didn't walk through because I was pretty sure that was a trap, and so I got up here and I peeked around the corner and I saw someone waiting. And I thought it was just one person, and I thought that the ballistas over there were, like, automatically operated. I didn't know they had soldiers behind them. And so I walked in, and then I walked out. They went off. I missed it. The soldier didn't get killed by the ballistas, though. He came out, I killed him, and I was like, all right. I triggered the trap. I killed the one enemy. I'm safe now. And then I go to walk into the building, and, like, 3 or 4 enemies rush out, and I'm like, oh, no. And I start trying to fight my way back. I get to the stairs. I fall into the little corner here. And they block me in there and kill me. And I was like, oh, that stinks. But, yeah. I think I died here off stream when I was trying to clear out this area probably 2 or 3 nights ago. Because, you know, if you have 2 or 3 enemies on you, they can still very easily overpower you. Alright. Enemies in this room. There might only be one left in here. Yep. One left. Okay. Eventually the run ends where I can't make any more progress because there's a blockade in my way. I mean, I could, like, turn around and go back the way I came, but that's basically my end of the run. Then I just aged feather out and head back to the beginning. Alright, take him out. And then take them out. Be careful not to accidentally enter the tree memory. Hollow soldier leggings. And then the last part of the run is me going that way, coming out that way, reclimbing the ladder, going that way, and then clearing out the ambush that's waiting for behind the locked gate. And that's it. That's the end of the run. So, I've just been doing that like every once in a while. You can see I'm earning a fair bit of souls from doing that too, which is nice. Let me S this up just to be safe. There we go. Gauntlets. Gauntlets. Break our fall there with the wheelbarrow. Or the cart. And back up. And then one more run. Switch to our sword. Use that to break the cart over here. Switch back to whips. Power stance. Okay, they're still here. Which I was pretty sure they were still going to be here. Uh-oh. There we go. Rowing knife, nice. Seems safe. And that's it. That's the run. We can't go anywhere else now because the gate's closed. So the only thing you can do is just aged feather out. Another run is done. We got some low-level loot. We can head to Gavlin and sell that. And that's also how I've been sort of leveling up off-stream. I haven't been grinding for levels just to level. I've just been farming areas out, either for specific weapons or shields, or just clearing out areas just to clear them out. And as a result of that, I've been getting souls. I think as far as collecting gear, like unique items in the game, I think I'm mostly done. There are some items that I will not be getting in the game. So, like, I will not be getting the Hide Knight Great Lance, because that is determined, so far as I'm aware, on luck. And you can only fight him once per playthrough unless you use a bonfire ascetic, and I don't really want to use any bonfire ascetics. Now, I don't know if you can fight him again by joining the Covenant of Champions.
Gavlan knew you.
Maybe that's something Jans can answer if Jans is still here. Let's see, Bastard Sword, 300. Falchion is 120. Not a clue? Okay. Hollow Soldier Gauntlets, 88. Yeah, there are some mobs that would normally respawn. Other mobs are like mini-bosses. Once you kill them, they stay dead. So I don't know if they would respawn or not. I know a way we can check. 88. Yeah, I know a way we can check. Let's see. Hollow Soldier Leggings, 67. I think that'll be the last thing we do. We'll experiment with that. Hollow Infantry Boots, 60. Was that everything? I think that was everything. Yeah.
Many deal, many thanks.
So we can test that by going to Majula. There is another mini-boss in the game that's very, very close to a bonfire. And we can go visit that and see if it respawns once we're in the Covenant of Champions. And if it respawns, then I'm pretty sure that the unique Hide Knight in the Gutter also respawns. So let's go to Majula. Jen says, to answer your earlier question, The Bastard Sword is what the other player at the Shaded Woods was using, by the way. Oh, okay. I know someone else has been playing through Dark Souls 2, and they've been using... was it Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 1? I think it's Dark Souls 2. And, because I watch a lot of Souls streams, so sometimes I get them mixed up. But, they were using the Bastard Sword, and I've never seen anyone use it before. I mean, it's a good weapon, but typically people either want to use a lighter weapon, like a straight sword, or they just want to go full-on great sword. I've never really seen anyone... I forgot about the pigs. I've never really seen anyone go Bastard Sword. And it's fast. It deals good damage. And it looks pretty cool. So I could totally like understand them using the weapon. It's pretty neat. I never did do this all the way. I eventually wanted to like clear this out to spawn like the really big piggies. I'll probably have to do this eventually off stream. Because I know once you kill them enough, like the little pigs here stop respawning and it gets replaced by like larger pigs, and you kill them a certain number of times and larger pigs spawn, and then eventually I think you can just kill those really big pigs once and then that's it, you're done. You don't have to kill anything else. Like the pigs never respawn after that. Also, we have an ad starting in about 20 seconds. So, thank you to those who stick around to support the show. I do appreciate it. We're going to experiment with something.
It seems that we must now part.
And then we'll probably call it soon anyway.
Why now? I don't see how it should matter. Just because... because I'm a cat?
Okay. Abandoned Covenant. Alright, now we want to go to Victor Stone to join the Covenant of Champions. I like how it asks you like over and over again, like, are you sure you want to join? Are you really sure you want to join? Like, it can make you nervous. You're like, oh man, am I gonna cross a point of no return here? And it's like, no, not really. Because once you join, you can just go to the cat, talk to the cat again, leave the Covenant, you're fine. Alright. And we're gonna go visit the Cathedral of Blue. And we're gonna poke our nose out and see if the Drake has respawned. Because the Drake itself is a mini-boss. It guards the drawbridge that leads into the Blue Cathedral. And so if it respawned by joining the Covenant of Champions, then I would guess that the Hyde Knight also respawns. And if that's the case, that would actually be pretty cool. Because I would use that. I wouldn't use it to fight the Drake. I would use that to fight the Knight for the Lance, and I would also use it to fight the Monastery Guardian. I don't remember what it's called here in Dark Souls 2. But essentially the Red Phantom Monastery Guardian that you can get drops from. So I got the Monastery Guardian leggings, and I got the Monastery Guardian scimitar, which is really rare. But I still need the hood, and I need the gloves and the armor. So I would use it to farm that as well. I bet the Red Phantoms respawned here. I gotta be careful. Wait, why is the chest closed? That's weird. I mean, it looks clear, but... oh, well. I mean, if I can see enemies old knight enemies all the way over there, then if the Drake were alive, I would be able to see it down there. What is this? Why is it still closed? Oh, because it's 5 human effigies. That's why. But I mean, look how peaceful this area is. What is that? I wish I had my binoculars. Is that an item on the roof? Doesn't look like it. That's weird. Look how beautiful this is. The mountains, the sound of the waves, the beautiful water, the architecture, the sunlight. Like, I think I'll really enjoy coming here after I farm this place out and just, like, take a nice, slow, casual stroll through everything. Once I finish clearing out the Forest of Fallen Giants and then going back and clearing out the kobolds and things betwixt, this is going to be the next area I come to clear out because it's so small. Definitely not. Definitely not the dragon. Definitely doesn't respawn. But alright, let's head back to the bonfire. Wait. Are these still closed? No, they're open. But we've done a lot in this game across 3 playthroughs, and there's still stuff that we never did. We never joined the, I forget what they're called. Not the Way of Blue, but the other Blue Covenant. The Blue Sentinels Covenant. Well, we did, but we didn't do it. We didn't join it and then get into, like, the battles that you can get into here by approaching the statues. Like, we didn't do the dueling. We never helped anyone as a Blue Sentinel. We were never helped by anyone as a member of the Way of Blue. We never did any invasions as a member of the Blood Covenant. I think we were both invaded, and I think we both did an invasion as a member of the Bell Covenant. But there's still so many things that you can do in Dark Souls 2 that even across 3 playthroughs, we didn't get a chance to do. Or I guess we got a chance to, then we just didn't do them. Like, this is such an impressive game.
It seems that we must now part. Why now? I don't see how it should matter. Just because I'm a cat?
Such good voice acting. But I was saying earlier that I also really like how some covenants are more PvE focused and some are more PvP focused. So, like, if you're a fan of invading other people's worlds, you join the Blood Covenant. If you're a fan of PvP, but you're more a fan of helping people out in PvP, you can join the Blue Sentinels. Granted, you do have to sacrifice a ring slot to do that, which I think that's really crummy. I think in order to invade someone's world, you should have to wear the invasion ring. Because there might be some people out there who have purely PvP-focused characters or PvP builds. And so, helping to sort of tip the odds between that PvP-geared character and someone's world that they might be invading who might have a character that's purely geared towards PvE, a way to sort of even it out a bit would be if you had to force the invader to wear a ring to allow them to invade, like the Blood Covenant ring. Whereas the person being invaded can wear whatever rings they want. So, I mean, that would help a little bit. But the fact that you force someone who wants to protect others, you force a Blue Sentinel to have to wear their ring, like, that hurts. That I wouldn't have done. Let's go to the mines. And I want to rejoin the Sunbros Covenant real quick. But if you're a fan of co-op, but you're not a fan of PvP, then you can still join a cool covenant. It's the Sunbros. join the Sun Bros. And, oh, they're both coming. How did I pull both of you? Whatever. Join the Sun Bros, and you can help fight, you can help other players fight bosses. Oh, I missed. Jen says, to be fair, an invader can be up to 4 tiers of soul memory below you. The invader is most likely to be very weak, or very weaker than you most of the time. That could be, but I assume, and my assumption could be incorrect. But, I wanted to go for backstab instead of just hitting when I got greedy. I assume that if someone chooses to be an invader, it's because they have a lot of experience with the game. Not just that they like PvP, but that they're good at the combat in this game. And oh, he caught me. I wasn't expecting that follow-up swing there. Good job, guy. Good job. And the character they're using to invade other people's worlds might be like their second character. So they might have 2 characters. The main character that they play the game with normally, and then another character that they use purely for invasions. And if that's the case, not only do they have a lot of experience with player versus player combat, but they might wear certain rings, they might wear certain weapons and armors that they know would make fighting other players a lot easier. And a person might, and they could be like, they could look like a new player if they create a second character just for PvP. Whereas someone legitimately going through the game for the first time, like, they're still learning the mechanics, they're still learning how, like, the weapon upgrade system works, they're still trying to figure out, like, a good bit of armor to wear, they're trying to learn what all the stats do, and so I think it's a lot harder. Like, even being 4 levels beneath another player, if you're invading someone close to the beginning of the game, they're probably going to lose a lot. But that's if the invader has more experience than the person they're invading, which is my guess. Alright, we've done it. We're a Sunbro again. But yeah, if you enjoy co-op, like me, but you're not really interested in fighting players, you're interested in helping players fight bosses, then Sunbro is kind of the way to go. I would have also liked to see, like, a wider... I'm not sure what you would call it. A wider soul memory acceptance if you're a Sunbro, because Sunbros are all about helping other people. And I would like to see that too with the Blue Sentinel Covenant. So, like, if you want to do co-op with someone, you typically have to be within, what is it, like 3 soul memory tiers of someone? But I feel like if you're a Blue Sentinel, they should have opened it up to 5 tiers, and I feel like they should have also opened it up to 5 tiers with the Sunbros. But only within certain aspects. So, like, if you're a low-level character and you're requesting help, then okay, let it go up to 5 tiers. But if you're like a high-level character requesting help, like if you're like me, who's already in either like the top tier or the next to top tier, don't let it go down 5 tiers. That's not going to make sense. You're going to bring someone in to help you with your New Game Plus playthrough, and they're going to get destroyed. Let it be like maybe 1 tier or something, or 2 tiers. But, yeah, I would have liked to see the PvP expanded a bit more. Or not the PvP, just the playing with other people aspect expanded a bit more. in this game. But like those are kind of nitpicky things. Like I can't really say there's anything in Dark Souls 2 that would require a big change, because I feel this game is very close to being a masterpiece. I mean, I would say it is a masterpiece. It's very close to being perfect, is what I meant to say. But yeah, we have done it. So now you know what I've been up to in Dark Souls 2 off stream. How I've been doing my runs in the Forest of Fallen Giants. We also fought against Lud and Zalin, the King's Pets, in DLC3, and won thanks to Jans and our Phantom NPCs, but mostly to Jans. And we also fought through the Gauntlet of Final Bosses beneath Dragon Lake Castle for the main campaign. And so we'll be back tomorrow for our final scheduled, at least, Dark Souls 2 stream. We will be delving through the 3 abyssal dungeons and fighting the boss Dark Lurker. So will we be successful with that? I certainly hope so, but we will see. And that will mean that Thursday of next week, we'll be starting Dark Souls 3. But I am certainly going to miss Dark Souls 2. It has been such an excellent, excellent experience. It's easily been the best Souls experience I've had so far. I love our build. I love the cosmetics in this game, like the look of the armors and the weapons. I love the music. I love the graphics. I love the set pieces like Majula and some of the others. I love the voice acting. I love the characters. I love how they talk to you a lot more in this game than they did in Demon Souls or Dark Souls 1, so you get a lot more lore out of them. And I love the lore of the game. I love the item descriptions. I love the bosses. I love the enemy placement. I love being able to like stand here in the hub area and actually see everything, see all the areas you can go to. Like that's the broken down fort for the Forest of Fallen, at the end of the Forest of Fallen Giants. And you can kind of go over here and see some trees. That over there is the Forest of Fallen Giants. You can see Dragon Lake Castle there in the background. Over there, where all those clouds are, and that mountain, those broken buildings and those bridges over there, those are the shaded woods. Then you can like run around over here, go up on the hillside, and there's Hyde's Tower of Flame and the Blue Cathedral. Like, this is all so well done. And I think, I don't know, but I think that mountain or island, whatever you want to call it there in the water, I think that's No Man's Wharf. Because eventually if you get to Hyde's Tower of Flame, you can take an underground tunnel, or an underwater tunnel, I guess, underwater, that leads you to that leads you to No Man's Wharf. But if you're also at the fort over there, you eventually get picked up by a bird, and you get flown, actually get flown to the Lost Bastille. You don't get flown to No Man's Wharf. But you can go from No Man's Wharf to the Lost Bastille. And so I feel like that's the Lost Bastille. And then there's a ship from there that maybe, I don't know if way down there is considered to be the Lost Bastille, or maybe it's somewhere that you can't even see behind the mountain. Yeah, I don't know. But the Lost Bastille is somewhere out here. But you can basically see everything else in the game. Every other major location in the game. And I think that's really, really cool. Well, I guess you can't see Bright Cove, Seldora. But I mean, there's like a handful of locations. All the main locations you can see. And I think that's really well done. The combat's been fun. Even the PvP has been fun. I didn't really enjoy PvP in Demon Souls. I didn't really enjoy it in Dark Souls 1. I did enjoy it, legitimately, in Dark Souls 2. I wouldn't say that I'm the best at it. I wouldn't even say that I'm very good at it. But I did enjoy it. Overall, I'll say it again, this game is an absolute masterpiece. And it legitimately has me worried for my experience with Dark Souls 3. because it's like with Demon Souls, I sat down, played it, beat it, and I was like, you know what, this is a really good game. But there are some things I would change. There are some ways I would improve upon this design. And I said the same thing with Dark Souls 1. Like, there are some things I would tweak, I would work on. With Dark Souls 2, it's like, no. There's some minor tweaks here and there, like very, very minor things. Like I mentioned earlier about multiplayer. Or like, and I've brought this up before, like let's say I had 99 life gems and I only wanted to carry 90 on me in case I find some out in the field. Like, I can't just go to my item box and just take nine gems from the 99, put them in my item chest, and then just get up from... No, I have to take this off my belt entirely, then put 9 into my storage chest, then I can re-equip it to my belt. Like, that's kind of annoying, but again, that's like a little quirk in the game. It's not like a major factor, it's not a big thing. So... there's nothing about this game, there's no major aspect of this game that I would change to make better, because I don't think I could. And going into Dark Souls 3, and I've heard that Dark Souls 2 is very different from a lot of the other Souls games. Not just Dark Souls 2, I mean not just Dark Souls 1 and 3, not just other games within the Dark Souls series, but Dark Souls 2 is very different from all the other Souls games. That makes me worry if, like, any other Souls game, whether it be Dark Souls 3, whether it be Bloodborne, whether it be Elden Ring, can actually compete with Dark Souls 2. Many people say that Dark Souls 2 is bad. I don't think so. But I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll dive into Dark Souls 3 next week, and it will completely blow me away the same way that Dark Souls 2 completely blew me away. So far, having completed Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 2, if I were to range the games in the order in which I like them the most, pretty sure you can guess what number 1 is. Dark Souls 2. After that would be Demon Souls, and then last place would be Dark Souls 1. So, we will see where Dark Souls 3 eventually ends up. Like I said, I am both anxious and excited to begin Dark Souls 3 next week. But we still have to look forward to more Dark Souls 2 tomorrow. So let me see if there's anyone else streaming Souls that we can jump into and raid here. Let's see. I would throw our friend Squirmy Duck a raid, but Squirmy Duck isn't going to be streaming till like 3 a.m. my time, which is in like another 6 hours from now. And we're not going to be streaming for another 6 hours. So, we gotta find somebody else, if anyone else is indeed streaming. No, I don't see anyone else streaming any Souls games. So I guess we'll just go ahead and call it here. And before I do, I want to say thank you again to everyone. Thank you again to Jans for joining us in-game and for keeping us company here on stream. Really appreciate that, Jans. Thank you to Boris for being here. Thank you to Fusion. Thank you to Markysaur. Thank you to Squirmy Duck. Let's see. Thank you to the Lurkers as well. I hope you had fun. Hope to see you again soon. Hope everyone has a good night. Thank you, Jans. And yes, I'll see you all again tomorrow for our final stream of Dark Souls 2. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see if we can defeat the Dark Lurker one last time. So, let's go back to the main screen. Go to the start game screen here. There it is. So I'll see y'all again tomorrow.